So once again, guys, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. And we just, let me repeat because I forgot to start the YouTube. God bless you, YouTube, as well. So today, because of what the guy said yesterday, my last guest yesterday said that if his daughter was 10 years old and she was able for it, meaning she was able to be penetrated, then he would give her to me. So this is now the conversation. We're going to continue off that conversation where we see that, yes, a 10-year-old that is able for it can be given away in marriage. I was listening to David Wood, and David Wood, he said something interesting. So we'll get to that in a second regarding the Quran and young girls. Now, not only, guys, is it allowed on earth to marry and penetrate little girls, but Allah says in the Quran that when you go to the heavens, the girls that you are going to marry are also little girls that are still developing. Little girls, and I have the evidence today. It took me maybe 2 minutes of research, because again, I stopped doing research on Islam. I can't be bothered to do more research. It's like the more research you do is like the deeper you dig your own grave, because the further down you go, and the further down you go, there's less light to be seen. I will show the verses. I'll show it to you. I don't know how to attach and all that stuff. That's fancy stuff. Before we continue, I have a guy called Kirk that online wants to join. Maybe he can set us up and we can see how it goes. Okay, Kirk, I accepted your invite, my brother. Okay, you're not there. It's no worries. So again, the reason for this now we look, what the reason for my entire conversation now is also because it's still in the part of women in Islam, and now we're going to see dingy. My question is, according to the Quran, according to Islam, does the God of Islam sanction dingy with minors? Is he saying it's okay? And I have now found that yes, even in paradise, the wives, in inverted commas, that you will receive, the wives, the women that you will be sleeping with, these wives, these huris, they are all little girls. And you'll see the evidence for that. In the meantime, keep tapping the screen, please. Tap, 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 and let us get more people in. These topics are topics that cause people to crash out, give you the taste of vomiting in your mouth, make you want to go find a punching bag somewhere and let out your frustration, because yes, it is an evil, sick topic. So we need to understand that in civilized countries today, sleeping with a child would be frowned upon, but in Islam, it's not. Islam is kind of saying, yeah, I know, but I cannot hear anything. It's no sound. This what time it is right now. Can you guys hear me? You guys got good sound? Lisa, maybe you need to exit and then come back. Okay, so Lisa, if you can leave, okay, if she has to, yeah, she'll have to come back. Okay, so now remember now, guys, we have been boycotted. The Muslims are boycotting us. We are told that the Muslims don't want to go to lives like mine, like Avery's, like Deron's. We are being mentioned where they are saying don't go to these lives because they are afraid of what we just read. Now, when it comes to this topic apparently is one of the topics that causes the most people to leave Islam. It's about the treatment of women in Islam. So all we're going to do is just read. And from what we read, we're going to see that Muhammad himself, he engaged in immoral practices when it came to marriage. And we're going to go through it. So yesterday we saw that you can marry and have right hand possess, and you can, force yourself upon these women, even if they're married, all in the name of Allah. All in the name of Allah. Now, the question is, does the Quran also sanction, authorize marrying young girls? And then the question is it saying you can marry them, but you can't do dingy with them? Or is it saying you can marry them and do dingy with them? This is all part of this conversation today. And Muslims, if you're there, you're more than welcome to join in. Absolutely more than welcome to join in. So, looking now back at this, we have to see if maybe it's not a sin in Islam. Maybe it's allowed in Islam. And why I watched this thing with David Wood is David Wood basically said this. He confessed to doing something with a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old. This is when he was an atheist and he was 18, 13-year-old and 15-year-old. Since then, he has sought God's forgiveness. He has become a Christian and he has repented for what he did. Now, the Dawah gangs, the Dawah boys, have called him a PDF. They've called him someone that took advantage of girls that are underage, and just bullying his way into their pants. This is what they're saying. So they're calling him a PDF. But now we're going to just see if it's true that he is or is Muhammad. And we'll go through this again. We've got Rabbi Aziz. He disconnected. Okay. But anyways, so now if we continue, we have to go through what the Quran teaches. So let's go through it. In Surah 65:4, it talks about divorcing prepubescent girls, right? Prepubescent girls, because the verse talks about the girls that can be divorced. Now, again, we have to go really slowly to see if Muhammad, in his marriage, did anything wrong when it came to Aisha.
Yo, what's up?
You there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Now I can, yes, sir.
No worries.
Super. Dude, let me start with you on this one, just to rewind. Can you tell me, in your Quran, in Surah 78, we'll start at 31. Let me go to the verse, 1 second. Because we're talking about marriage and we're talking about, just women in Islam as well. So in Surah 78, if you start at 31 and we'll go to 34, can you just tell me, please, what it's talking about?
Yeah, just read it to me. I don't have a second device on me.
No worries. It says, surely the God-fearing awaits a place of security, gardens and vineyards, were maidens with swelling breasts, like of age, and a cup overflowing.
Yeah, wait, isn't this like talking about the Hur Al-Ain?
It's talking about the people that you're going to get after you pass
Yeah,
away.
so the Hur Al-Ain. Yeah, this is not in reference to marriage. This is the Hur Al-Ain.
I know, it's still women in Islam, correct?
No, they're not considered women.
They're not women.
They're not like identical to us, the women in the dunya. Okay. They're different. They're the women of heaven. They're not identical. They're not cashed as women.
What makes them different?
Yeah, so what makes them different? You mean like the distinction?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like we don't know about the distinctions verbatim, but it's like the thing is their sole purpose is just for pleasure, I guess.
So okay, now look what you said, right? The sole purpose of these women in paradise is to give man pleasure, correct?
Yeah. What's the reductio?
Yes, okay, hang on. Do the women also get the like, so they can also get some pleasure?
No, because it goes against the fitrah for women to desire men, unless
so women are not allowed to desire men.
No, because we believe everyone's created in the fitrah, and the fitrah, it's a contradiction for a woman to desire multiple men. So, and we believe in everyone in heaven.
Okay, I'm asking you, do women? I'm asking you in.
Yeah, so no, because in heaven everyone remains. Remain in the state of the fitrah, so they don't desire men. No, women don't.
In 2025, do women on earth desire men?
Yeah, well, that's irrelevant in the dunya.
I'm
They
just
can,
asking you now. Listen,
wait,
in
that's
2025, do women also desire men?
yeah, that's irrelevant. That just contradicts their fitrah, though. In Jannah, there.
So okay, well, hang on, brother, please, man, slow down.
Yeah, I can grant that, but like that
Slow
doesn't.
down. I'm trying to understand women. Do women at any point
Trust
in
me, you
history
came to the right place, sir. I
have
got a PhD in women.
have women in any time in history ever desired men?
Yeah, so sure, I can grant that women in like a lot of women may have had the desire of multiple men. Sure.
Okay, and in heaven they don't.
Yeah, because their state gets returned to the fitrah.
Okay. Can you tell me what is the word Ka'abi? K-A-A-I-B. Kaib.
Spell it to me in Arabic.
Let me show it to you. So I'm going to show you something because I'm on a site that's going to explain the type of woman that you get in paradise.
Yeah, the Hur Al-Ain.
Yeah, we're going to learn just a little bit about them right now. So I'm on a site called Islam Q&A, and it talks about the woman that you're going to get in paradise.
Yeah, I don't take Islamic Q&A as a source. Like, you have to give me the scholar or the reference or the hadith.
We'll see. Because again, this is talking, and they're giving reference to, because Ibn Faris, I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, wait, what century? What hijri?
Can you look on my screen, please?
Yeah, but like, what century is he from? Which scholar?
I don't know.
Bro, so you're bringing me a reference and you don't know the reference. Nice.
They quote Abu Dawood, and they quote other people as well. So they
okay. And which hadith from Abu Dawood?
Let's just go through. I'm on Islam Q&A, and let's see what it says.
Wait, so can we? No, let's just dissect the reference first.
Hang on, brother. Hang on. I can see that you're already in a panic. So
how am I panicking? I'm asking you to dissect the reference.
Dude, stop. Hang on. What is wrong with you?
No, but that's not panicking, though.
If Muhammad could wait 3 years for Aisha, bro, you can give me 30 seconds.
That's just a red herring.
I know, it's as red as Aisha was left. Now the question.
Wait. So you're blaspheming, so I'll blaspheme. And your God is a man God that got stripped naked.
Maidens of equal age describe the breast of the Al-Hur Al-Ain, right? Now, when you go down over here, it says Ka'b. Who is Ka'b?
But I don't know what the reference. I'm asking you to dissect the reference by giving me a hadith or a.
You'll see what it says. Just hang on. It quotes Abu Dawood.
Yeah, but which hadith? Abu Dawood is a compilation.
41. Hang on. It gets there. Hang on. All you've got to do is pace yourself with patience, my man. Slow down.
No, I'm asking to dissect the reference.
Let's read. It says Ka'b comes from the root word. Now we're looking at the girls that you will get in paradise. This is the girls you get in paradise. Ka'b comes from the sound root that is indicative of a thing beginning to develop and emerge, right? From the same root that the word Ka'b refers to the ankle, which is the bone on the two sides of the lower leg where it meets the foot. And the word Kaaba refers to the house of Allah, may He be exalted. It is so because of its prominence of its square shape. A woman is described as Ka'ab. You know, you say, when her breasts begin to develop. So the women you're getting in paradise are these types of women when their breasts begin to develop. End quote from who is this over here? Do you know this name over here?
No, I don't know that name.
Okay, no worries. You probably don't. See also, do you know this guy?
No.
You know this guy?
Wait, which one?
Lisan?
Oh yeah, I know that guy. I know, yeah.
Here we go. So now you got some kind of a reference. So this means the literal meaning of the word in terms of its linguistics. But look what it says. It goes on and it says this. Let me just see, where is he? There we go. Al-Jawazi. You know him?
You mean Al-Jawzi?
You know Jawzi?
Yeah, Al-Jawzi. Yeah, I know him.
He said, the woman in the tifla. What is the tifla?
Like little?
Beautiful. Little girl. When she is small, while Ida, when she begins to walk, then how you say this again? Kaib? Okay. When her breasts begin to appear. Now, we are seeing that this type of girl is what is promised in paradise for the Muslim men, the girl that her breasts are just starting to appear. Because the next group of women are then the Nahid, when they increase inside, then the Mas'ar, when she reaches the age of puberty, then the Coward, when she reaches the age of a young woman. Now, the person that you will receive is this one whose breasts begin to appear, meaning that she hasn't reached puberty, she's still a child.
Well, I don't have to grant that though, because you have to give me the reference of the hadith. And second of all, the Quran says, it hints that they have attained puberty because their breasts are developed. It says that.
It says developing.
Wait, where does it say? Which word it says it's developing?
I just said, yeah. It said over
No.
here. It said.
Wait, the Arabic says. Wait, the verse says kab.
It says the indicative of the beginning to develop and emerge. It is beginning to develop and
Wait,
emerge.
from which source?
Same woman, the kab, when her breasts begin to develop.
Yeah, but which source though? Like the
We're
Quran,
gonna go there.
the
If
verse
you
from the
read
Quran.
Shakir, he talks about the freshness of her youth, which is equal. There's no mention of breasts, but they are talking about young girls whose are just beginning to form.
Yeah, but again, like the kab, which reference though? Like you're saying kab, but wait, it's in
We're gonna
Sunnah Abu Dawood, right?
Okay, we can go on again, but again, you're trying to. I'm showing you this is from Islam Q&A, not me
Yeah,
saying.
but Islam Q&A is not hujjah.
Okay, do you take anything from Islam Q&A where 10 to 20 million Muslims go a month?
Wait, yeah, it depends on what scholars and what reference they're using.
Well,
I'm not taking. I don't take it as a hujjah in general.
Al-Jawzi, you said you know him.
Yeah, I know Ibn al-Jawzi.
So when
Yeah,
he's
but-
saying that, when
But
he's
yeah, but
giving
he's not one of my
idea,
scholars I take from.
when he is, so my man, who do you take from? My God, you guys throw everyone under the bus.
No, what when I say bro, like, so do you know how we work and stuff? So I take, yeah, so my specific scholars I take from are like Abdullah ibn Shubrama, I take from Ibn Taymiyyah in terms of Aqidah, in terms of fiqh, like I hold to Shaykh Albani's madhab and stuff.
What about
In terms of
Ibn
tafsir,
Faris?
I take from
What about Ibn
al-Baghawi.
Faris?
Huh?
What about this guy? Ibn Faris.
No, I don't take from him. I don't know who that even is.
Okay, so basically, whether you take it or not, this is what Islam Q&A is talking
Yeah, but I
about.
already told you that's not hujjah.
I know. I said you not taking them. Just chill out. You not taking them. But this is what the scholars are saying regarding to the kind of person that you will receive when you go to paradise. This is who you're going to get. You're going to get little girls that have yet to begin or just starting to produce, to develop themselves.
I don't
But
have to grant
that's
that.
besides the point. This proves that in the Quran, in Surah 65:4, that it is in line with the Quran as to
What?
who you can marry.
How does 65:4 prove what? How does that prove it?
Because your Quran is telling you that in 65:4, and as the example of Muhammad, he married a little girl that was still developing, that
No.
had not yet reached puberty,
No,
and she
Al-Darimi,
came to him.
that's false. Al-Darimi says, yeah, when Aisha consummated the marriage with the Prophet
don't take
Muhammad.
him.
Wait,
Don't take him.
can I finish? Yeah, Al-Darimi says, yeah, that the Prophet Aisha attained puberty when they consummated.
I don't take him.
You're doing an internal critique on my paradigm. It doesn't matter whether you take him or not.
See that?
I
See
use
how-
this scholar.
You see how silly I can be.
No,
I
but
can
that's
accept
it's
him.
irrelevant. You're critiquing my paradigm and you're doing an internal critique on my
I
paradigm.
can-
What I
I
hold
can-
to.
I can accept him or I cannot accept him. And I
No,
choose
it doesn't
my
matter if you
views.
accept him or not, but I accept him and you're critiquing me, the individual.
I'm not critiquing you. I'm critiquing Islam. You just happen to
Wait, yeah, but again, Islam is continual with the scholars you hold to. And I don't
let's see. In Sahih Bukhari 61:30, do you take Sahih Bukhari?
yeah.
Okay. I used to play with dolls in the presence of the Prophet. Can you tell me, when you're playing with dolls, are you an adult or a child?
Yeah, so like I could just hold to Al-Nawawi's position where this was either playing with dolls and stuff. Yeah, this was before the this was before the Prophet ruled ruled this as like a abrogation or like being this impermissible.
It
Because
was. Let me keep reading. Let me keep reading. This is why what you should do.
And
is
also,
say,
like, you have to prove this was. Wait, let me finish. This you also have to prove this is before they were married, because the
okay,
hadith is.
hang on. Slow down. Let's read more. And my girlfriends used to play with me.
Yes.
When Allah's messenger used to enter, they used to hide themselves. Where did he enter? Where did he go to meet Aisha?
Yeah, like I just say this is from Abu Bakr's place, but this was before they were married.
Before they were married.
Yeah, I could just say that.
Right? We'll see. Hang on, we'll see. Because we'll see what Aisha took with her when she went to Muhammad.
Yeah, but I could just show you from the Battle of Badr and the Battle of Tabuk.
Go
Aisha
slowly.
still had her dolls when she was 17.
Let's read. Let's read. Take a chill pill. So when Allah's messenger entered where she was, they used to hide themselves. But Muhammad used to call them to join and play with me.
Yeah.
Now, this, hang on. It says the playing with dolls and similar images is forbidden, not was, is forbidden, but it was allowed for Aisha at that time as she was a little girl, not yet reached the age of puberty.
Yeah, so first of all, you're just positing the claim that this was after they're married, which you would have to prove. And second of all, this is wait, let me finish. This is not from Bukhari. This is from Ibn Hajar Asqalani, a commentary. And I can just hold to Al-Darimi because he's from the Salaf and he's earlier than Ibn Hajar Asqalani, and Al-Darimi affirms that Aisha attained puberty. I can just hold to his position.
Again. Notice what you did again. I'm reading narrated Aisha from Bukhari.
No,
you
but the hadith.
Again,
no, but the thing is that thing in brackets is not in a part of the hadith.
Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to show you now another hadith where this is not part of the brackets, where we're going to go to, let me just go to Bukhari again. And you guys want to throw everything under the.
No, you're just not dealing with my scholars and stuff. You're just running away.
Hang on a second, bro. Hang on. No one's running from. No one runs.
So then address Al-Darimi.
Run. Watch this. Can you tell me what the chapter heading is?
Yeah, giving one's young child in marriage.
Okay. Can young children play with dolls?
Yeah, sure.
Can young children get married?
Contract-wise, sure.
I don't know. Where do you see contract-wise?
Yeah, because Ibn Battal says, that in terms of the contract and stuff, a daughter can get married.
I don't take him.
That's irrelevant. You're doing an internal critique on me.
I don't know who this Battal is, but again,
Ibn Battal is a Maliki jurisprudence.
We'll get to the Maliki.
Yeah, I already told you. Ibn Battal is a Maliki. Let me finish.
The Maliki agree you can marry and penetrate children.
No. So if I show you Imam Malik where he says that this is forbidden, what are you going to do?
That. Slow down.
Wait, so if I
slow down. Let's just. We're on a hadith now.
Yeah, wait. So if I show you, you made a claim though. If I show you
that, my brother, please slow down. We'll get to that. First, we understand that you can marry children, and children can play with dolls.
No, in contract-wise, sure. The actual in Islam, there's two senses of marriage: contract and consummation. Those two categories of marriage are not co-referential. But the contract isn't the actual marriage.
Let's see what the hadith says. The Prophet married her, Aisha, when she was 6. Is 6-year-old a child?
Yeah, in terms of the contract, I can grant that. True.
Beautiful. And he consummated his marriage with her when she was 9. Is she a child at 9 in this verse, in this hadith?
I hold Al-Darimi's position, no, because she attained puberty.
Beautiful. So she's now 9-year-old adult. Does she still have her dolls with her when she goes to Muhammad?
You have to show me the hadith and stuff, but I can, even if I grant that and stuff, that could just be before the Prophet made it impermissible.
So are you saying that Aisha went to a grown man's house, that even as a child?
I don't grant that she was a child, love. What? I don't grant that. That's just begging the question.
So we're going to go to Sahih Muslim. We're going to go to Sahih Muslim, and we're going to go to Sahih Muslim 3481. Right? I'm giving you them things in case you want to, you want to go find it. Sahih Muslim.
Yeah, just bring it.
8. Oh, hang on a second. My mistake. 3481. Why is my computer not playing up with me?
Just, bro, it's fine. Just take your time.
Alrighty. Let's see. So it says over here. Oh, hang on a second. Where is it? Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. So here we go. I'm going to show it to you on the screen. So it says, Aisha reported that Allah's apostle married her when she was 7 years old.
Yeah, that hadith is weak.
taken to his house as a bride when she was 9, and her dolls were with her.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a weaker hadith from Sahih Muslim. Imam Bukhari takes.
Sahih
Wait, let me
Muslim.
finish. Let me finish.
And when he died, she was 18 years old.
Yeah,
So
so
my question, I don't care about you guys throwing everyone under the bus.
wait,
Again,
let me weaken the
according to
hadith.
Sahih Muslim, Sahih
Yeah.
Muslim.
So Bukhari
Sahih
takes let me finish. Bukhari takes precedence over Sahih Muslim in this case of this hadith because this hadith is wrong and stuff in the terms of the contract. The contract was 6. It's by ijma, and Bukhari takes precedence. So I can just reject this hadith on the basis of Bukhari because it has more authority.
So again, we'll throw everything under
But
the
no,
bus.
no, no. But I'll make it easy.
But
Wait,
okay,
wait.
it's
I'll make
okay,
it easy
it's
for
okay,
you.
It's okay.
I'm gonna make it
Listen,
easy for you.
dude.
Well, listen, I'm gonna make it easy for you. I'll grant this hadith, but this hadith doesn't negate her being prepubescent. Why? Because we have other hadiths in the Battle of Badr and the Battle of Tabuk. Yeah.
We will
Where she was,
get
wait, let
to
me
that
finish. Let me
because she was
finish. Where she was
16 when
15
she
or
had her
17.
period in
Let
those
me
battles.
finish. Let me finish. Relax. When she was 15 or 17, and she still had her dolls. So I could just hold to Al-Nawawi's position where the where the Prophet made playing with dolls as for adult women haram. Yeah. After the Battle of Badr or the Battle of Tabuk, depending on like which position you take. So like you're not addressing my arguments. You're just like even me granting you these notions.
Okay, you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you deal with my scholar
I-
Al-Darumi?
Again, so you're not done.
Yeah, I'm asking you. Can you deal with my evidence from Al-Darumi?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't.
Yeah,
have
it's from the Salaf. He says that Aisha when they
you can't
consummation.
provide it, then I
Okay, if I
can't
provide.
do it.
Wait, so
So
if I
hang on a
provide.
second, please. Let's just look at what I provided so far. According to what I showed you, this is Sahih Muslim. Now you can throw him under the bus as much as you wish to.
No, I literally granted you it.
Then hang on. Do you agree that when he says and she was taken to his house as a bride when she was 9 and her dolls were with her? Did Aisha take her dolls with her
Yeah, I'm granting you the
went
hadith.
to Muhammad at 9?
Yeah, I'm granting you the hadith. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so she was still playing with dolls, correct?
That's an non sequitur. Just because she takes her dolls doesn't mean she was playing with dolls. But I can grant that, sure.
What is she gonna do with the dolls? Are playing with dolls
Yeah,
allowed?
so it can be like
Again,
I'll tell you. I'll give you the account.
Motormouth. My goodness, dude, no one to shut it.
The question you asked the question.
Are playing with dolls permissible or allowed in Islam?
Yeah, so playing with the dolls is impermissible. Yeah, but you're just positing the claim just because she bought the dolls with her and stuff that therefore necessitates she was playing with the dolls. That's just an non sequitur.
Again. The hadith is saying the one that you threw under the bus, she had her dolls.
I didn't.
with
I
her.
literally granted it to you.
I just showed you that when she went to Muhammad, she was a prepubescent girl.
Wait, that's just begging
showed
the question.
Dude, what is wrong with you?
I'm not, bro. You're just begging the question.
What is wrong with you? Listen, dude, shut it, please. I'm asking you to stop opening your mouth because all you're doing is just embarrassing yourself. Okay, you're just embarrassing yourself. Now, again, we read the hadith where it says that you can marry. The chapter says giving one's children away in marriage.
Yeah,
Right?
so that's
Giving one's children. Then
Yes.
we can see that at 9 years old, a child is now penetrated, right? According
that's just
to
begging the question again. So a child is someone that's prepubescent. Aisha attained puberty according to Al-Darimi. Therefore, the definition of her being a child is false. So I could just reject that notion. So
again,
you're just like,
you're trying to be smart, but you know that you
can you like engage with my arguments instead of doing this
again,
cringe rhetoric?
Now we're gonna go to see if the Malikis agree or disagree that you can marry little children. How's that?
Wait, so if I show you Imam Malik where he reject that notion, what are you going to do?
Well, okay, well we'll see because again,
Okay, let me bring it up then.
He's going against the Quran. He goes against the Quran.
So how is he going against the Quran? What's the
Because
argument for
the
that?
Quran in Surah 65:4 tells you clearly that you can marry and penetrate little girls.
No, it doesn't say that.
Let's
I can
go
just hold
to
to
the
it.
verse. Then let's
I'll
go
tell
to
you.
the
Let me
verse
finish.
first.
Let me finish. I could just hold to Abdullah ibn Shubrama's position where he
You
says
can
that
find you can find Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, and the
no,
gang.
do you know who
and they
Abdullah
can
ibn
say
Shubrama
something.
is? No, Abdullah ibn Shubrama is a tabi'un. He's a student of Anas ibn Malik, a Sahaba, and he says this is talking about girls who reach puberty by age and not by menstruation. And Imam Malik says, and Abu Hanifa said the age of puberty is 17. So I could just say this verse is talking about 17-year-olds that haven't menstruated. So you're baked. Would you like me to show you? I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. So
All
can you
right.
address? I could just hold to the position. This is 17-year-olds that haven't menstruated. And
Okay, before we do
Al-Shukhrani and Ibn
anything,
Uthaymeen, how
take a
this.
chill pill. First, we're going to go now to the Quran to see
Yeah.
what the Quran actually says. And then we're going to go to see if, for example, all the scholars agree with what this verse says.
I just gave you a
So,
tabi'un.
hang on, dude. Hang on. Let's read the verse first. I'm not
Yeah.
sure whether you Speedy Gonzalez or just desperate to get a word in.
Wait, I know the verse though. There's no
Read
point.
the verse.
I know the
Read
verse.
read the verse.
I don't have a second device, but I know the
I'll
verse.
read it for you.
Yeah, you're asking
I'll
about
read it for
وَلَلَّهِ إِلَمْ يَهِدْنَا,
I
right?
will read it for you. Stop. Hang on, man. It says, as for your women who have despaired of further menstruating, if you in doubt, their period shall be 3 months. And those who have not menstruated as yet, and those with child, their term is when they bring forth their burden. Whoso fears God, God will appoint for him his command, easiness. How many groups of women are mentioned in this verse?
3.
Beautiful. Can you tell me those who have not yet menstruated, who are they?
Yeah, so those are
According
girls that are
to the
17.
scholars as well.
Yeah, those are girls that are 17 according to my scholars.
According to your scholars. Are you a Sunni?
Yeah, I'm Salafi.
Okay, beautiful. Okay. So now we're going to see.
I gave you. Wait. Can you address my argument? I gave you Ibn Shubruma.
I don't listen, my man. We're going to go first to the Quran. We're going to see what Allah says before we run to Tom, Dick, and Harry.
We already
Listen
established
again.
the Quran.
So
I gave you Ibn Shubruma.
According to you, Aisha was still a child.
No, because she attained puberty physically by physically. What are you talking about?
What does it mean to attain puberty physically fully?
Yeah, so by going through the 5 tenor stages of puberty.
Okay, the 5 tenor stages. Okay, watch this. What are the 5 tenor stages of puberty?
Well,
what is stage 5?
So
there's only 4. What is stage 5?
The 5. What do you mean? Clarify your question.
Because again, I'm asking you, what stage did she complete?
Yeah, so the last stage is where she fully her breasts fully develop and her hips. That's a 5th tenor stage.
Okay, and where's your evidence for this?
Yeah, Al-Darimi.
Okay, can you read it for me, please?
Oh, pull it up. No worries.
Man, these guys run from Allah and the Quran. My goodness.
Make me big screen host.
Hang on a second, bro. Hang on a second. Guys, this is not hate speech. There's nothing to do with hate speech on this channel, man. Bloody hell.
Yeah, so it says this, Bani bi Aisha radiallahu anha wa hiya binti tis'i sanin. So he says the Prophet married Aisha when she was 9. And it says this, wala dhahiru annahu bani biha ba'd al-buluk. And the consummation was...
lie.
Huh? What? Yeah, so like...
hang on a second. You know that's a lie because it doesn't say that she was married at 9. Every single source
says consummation at 9.
6.
I didn't say marriage. I said the Prophet consummated the marriage at her when she was 9. And it says, "Wala dhahiru annahu bani biha ba'd al-buluk." And this was after she attained puberty.
And this was after she attained puberty. So okay, so stay with that now. Just stay with that. So look what it says. So now you're saying that the 9-year-old attained puberty, so therefore she's allowed to be penetrated, correct?
Yes, because that's not. Wait, that's a non sequitur. You're not tracking my argument. My argument is that because she's not a child, because a child is someone that's prepubescent. If X, wait, let me finish. If X attains puberty, that therefore negates her being a child. Do you agree or disagree?
Well, I don't know. I'm not a Muslim. You guys make
no. But okay, wait. According to this source here, is she a child? Yes or no? According to this source.
Yes, she's a child.
Wait. So a child is someone that's pubescent?
Yes. Because a child reaching the age of puberty doesn't make her
No, it says
an
attaining
adult.
puberty, not
This is
reaching
because
puberty. It
the
says attaining
Muslims
puberty.
don't understand what it is to start puberty, what puberty is. And
Yeah,
when
no, there's
puberty
distinction. It says, it
ends.
doesn't say
Now, hang on a second.
reaching
Now
puberty. It says attaining
now let's go
puberty.
slowly. Hang on a second.
Wait,
Let's go
you're not.
again
You're
slowly.
running.
No one's running, bro. Don't say I'm running. Never say that to me. I don't run from
Wait, you're
Muslims.
literally not
You
engaging
guys
with
are
my
easy.
questions.
This is easy. I do this while I'm munching on snacks because you guys are so easy.
Yeah, okay. So then, can you engage
Now
according to
again,
this?
let's
Wait,
go to the
engage
Quran.
with the
Let's
source.
go
Then.
to the Quran. Stop talking. Let's go to the Quran.
Okay,
to
so you're
see
running away
what
from
you
my
said
source
is
now.
True. Let's see if you can see this in your Quran. Now we're going to go to the explanation of these verses. Now, I know that you pick and choose like all other Muslims, but let's see if you can pick and choose.
No, but we're allowed to. Ibn Hajar
We're
Asqalani
gonna
says,
see this.
wait, let me
Stop
finish.
Talking. Stop talking. Now you had your chance. Let's see if it's true. We're going to see. This is Ibn Abbas for Surah 65:4. Do you take Ibn
Tanween
Abbas?
Ibn
or not?
Abbas is weak. It's a forgery.
Okay, so Ibn Abbas is.
Yeah, the Tanween Ibn Abbas, the tafsir of Ibn Abbas.
Do
There's
you
no
take
tafsir of Ibn
Jalalain?
Abbas. It's a forgery.
Do you take Jalalain?
Al-Jalalain is a 7th century Mufassir who's a Suyuti. He's an Ash'ari. I mean, he's an Ash'ari.
Do you take Jalalain?
No, he's an Ash'a'ira.
Do you take Ibn Kathir?
Yeah, I take Ibn Kathir.
Okay, beautiful. The same for the young
Yeah.
who have not reached the years of menstruation.
Yeah.
So he's talking about divorcing. The same for the young. The idda is the same for the young who have not reached the years of
Sure,
menstruation.
So wait. Yeah, that's fine. But like, again, you're not engaging with my point. I just because I take from Ibn Kathir, I don't. Wait, let me finish. Can I finish? I don't hold this position because I have a Tabi'un who has more authority than Ibn Kathir because he's a direct student of Anas ibn Malik. Okay, Ibn Kathir is the 7th century Mufassir, but I have a Tabi'un from the 2nd century, yeah, who says this is talking about girls who reach puberty by age and not by menstruation. Therefore, I don't have to. I can hold to this position.
My man, Speedy. Hang on a second. Listen carefully. You accepted Ibn Kathir. Ibn Kathir just confirmed. He just confirmed that the verse is talking about.
Wait. Just because I affirm Ibn Kathir, that doesn't mean
Listen. Sometimes you learn if you shut your gob and actually hear someone.
But I'm teaching you though. How does that make sense?
You can't teach me. You are my student. Listen again. The same for the young who have not reached menstruation. What is it talking about? It's saying their idda is 3 months like those in menopause.
Yeah, but
now,
I already told you I don't. Wait, I already told you I don't affirm this position. I can just hold to. I can hold to Uthman al-Batti and Ibn Shubrama because they have more authority.
You said that you accept Ibn Kathir.
Yeah, he's one of my scholars.
Can you stop it, man? You got cooked the other day. You're getting cooked today.
What do you mean? You literally dropped me. How did I get cooked when you literally had to drop me?
Bouncing up and down on a hot plate.
How did I get cooked when you literally had to drop me?
Speedy Gonzalez, listen again. The same for the young who have not reached the years of menopause. What is Ibn Kathir talking about here?
Yeah, so I could like go 2 ways with it, but like but I'll help you out with it. I'll grant it's talking about prepubescent girls. I grant it.
Okay.
I'll help you
out. Are these
out.
girls married?
Yeah, they consummated the marriage.
And they've been penetrated
yes,
before
they've been penetrated.
their menstruation.
Yes.
Beautiful. So these little girls under the age of menstruation, are you saying that these girls that are prepubescent have been raped by these men because they
I
can't
don't hold this.
consent?
Wait. I can grant all this notion. That's fine. I don't grant this position though. I hold to Ibn Shubrama and Uthman al-Batti. Are you going to engage?
No.
Oh, so you're running away from my argument.
No one's running from them. We are first going to stay over here, Aziz.
Yeah, I don't hold to this position. I have a position from Uthman al-Batti and Ibn Shubrama.
So is this position wrong? Is this position wrong?
Yeah, if I hold to this position, I can say this position is wrong.
Okay, beautiful. So you're going against Jalalain, the Quran, Ibn Abbas.
Wait, that's just begging. I'm not going against the Quran. That's just begging the question. That's just presupposing your own interpretation.
What
which
does
is a
the
presupposition
Quran
fallacy.
say in the verse? It says those who have not menstruated yet.
And you're presupposing this is in reference to all categories of women. I don't have to grant that notion because we have a tabi'un that says that no, this is only in reference to girls who have reached puberty by age and not by menstruation. So I don't have to. So I can hold to this interpretation and hold to the Quran without both of them contradicting.
So who are the girls that have not yet menstruated?
Yeah, so according to Ibn Shubrama, Ibn Uthaymeen and Al-Shukhani and Uthman al-Batti, this is talking about girls who reach puberty by age and not by menstruation. And Abu Hanifa and Imam Malik.
Okay,
let me finish.
What is the age of puberty then?
Yeah, so according to Abu Hanifa and Imam Malik, it's 17.
Okay, so you saying that there's no one that is married before this age?
Yeah, so I can say so it's about 17-year-olds that haven't menstruated.
So you said Hanbali, is that what you said?
No, what?
Who you said which school you went to?
No, I didn't go to a school. I gave you what? I didn't go
Who's
to a
the
school.
scholars? Who are the scholars that you refer to?
Yeah, so Uthman al-Bati, Ibn Shubrama, al-Shawkhani, and Ibn Uthaymeen.
Okay, so all of these say that it's 17.
Huh? No, they give the evidence of
You've
the
got so
interpret.
many people that you are hanging on to, is that
Yeah,
you are
so-
more flexible than anyone else. So now what you did is you jumped from one person to the next, with each one of them trying to satisfy your
No,
your
again,
idea of the
okay, you're not
verse,
tracking the
correct?
interpretation
No,
of
you're
16.
not tracking.
Yeah,
because you are
can I just
picking
like
and
explain?
choosing.
Can I explain the interpretation, please? Just relax. The interpretation and stuff is that it's talking about girls who reach puberty by age and not by menstruation. Okay, this is what those scholars say. But okay, and Abu Hanifa and Imam Malik say the age of puberty is 17. So I can hold to them this year, verse being about girls who are 17 and haven't menstruated.
Okay, so just so I understand. So you are saying that in this understanding of your verse that you're talking about now, it's talking about different types of what did you say?
What do you mean different types? What are you talking about?
Well, I'm trying to understand it. You're saying that the age of puberty is divided into two parts, correct?
Divided into two parts.
Yeah, you said one is the age.
No, one's by age and one's physically.
Okay, so it's two parts. One by
Yeah,
age.
so
and
they
one
can
by
either reach.
physically.
Yeah, a woman can either reach puberty physically or by age. And I can
Okay.
and I can just hold to the interpretation that this is talking about girls who reach puberty by age.
Okay, I just got. What did you say your school of thought was again? Your school.
Yeah,
that
also
you
Sheikh
thought-
Albani's madhab.
What does that mean?
Yeah, Sheikh Albani's madhab.
Yeah, what is his matab?
Yeah, he's a Salafi, so he goes directly to the Quran, the Sunnah, and the Salaf.
Okay, so he's a Salafi.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
No, so he's a manhaj. That's his manhaj. His school of thought is going. He derived jurisprudence by going directly to the Salaf, the Quran, and the Sunnah. He doesn't blindly follow madhabs.
Okay, he doesn't blindly, so he makes it up as he goes, or not?
No, on my days, you're not tracking.
I'm not tracking because
his
again,
source
I'm
of
trying, you've
reference.
been
no
jumping
worries,
with
I got you.
you've been
I
jumping
will
through
teach
so
you.
many hoops. You've thrown Ibn Kathir out, right?
Yeah,
You've
wait,
thrown him
Ibn
out.
Kathir has less authority than a tabi'un, of course.
Okay, okay.
Well, are you slow?
Okay, so you're dumb. You're a Muslim. Don't forget
No,
that.
but like
you again.
you're not tracking.
I'm trying to work with you. If I go to Tabari, is he? Can I agree with him or not?
Al-Tabri.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, Al-Tabri has less authority than Ibn Shubram and Uthman al-Bati, because Ibn Al-Tabri at most is at Tabi'un, while Ibn Shubram and Uthman al-Bati at Tabi'un. That's the direct students of Anas ibn Malik.
Okay, I'm just so confused. Give me someone that people actually use, because all these names
What?
that
You want me to
these are
give
not-
you
hang
your
on,
evidence?
Hang on. All the people that you mention are not mainstream, right? These are
What do
like
you mean?
outside.
What do you mean they're not mainstream? Islam is based. Islam is based on the Salaf.
In the four madhab. Can you tell me?
Yeah, the four madhabs. Yeah, the Hanafi madhab has three positions. One of this position is valid in the madhab. The Hanbali also have different positions, and this position is also valid in the Hanbali madhab. The Maliki have different positions, and this position is valid in the Maliki madhab. The four madhabs, yeah, they have the different positions and stuff, and I can show you from all four of these.
So hang on, are they all saying the same thing, that you can marry a prepubescent girl and penetrate her?
No, there's
Or are they
different
saying you
positions.
can't?
I can just hold to the other position.
Okay, so what you've done now again, you pick and choose. You've hopped over the main
Wait. I'll
scholars
grant you
of
this. I pick
Islam,
and
the
choose.
four
What's the
madhab,
reductio?
the four again. Hang on a second, dude, man. Try not to giggle like a little Cheshire.
Well, I'm granting you the
So
argument. I
again-
pick and choose. What's the
again,
reductio?
You do pick and choose to suit your agenda. Because
Wait.
the Quran says
Wait.
one
Ibn
thing,
Hajar Asqalani
the
says we're all
Quran says
jurists.
girls that have not yet menstruated, and
Yeah.
you agree that the girls that have not yet menstruated are prepubescent.
No, I
correct?
don't. I hold to the interpretation of Ibn Shubram, like I told you.
Okay, but again, does he agree with Allah?
Yeah, the interpretation doesn't contradict the Quran. You
Of
can hold
course
to
it does.
those two things are not mutually exclusive. You can hold to the Quran and Ibn Shubram's interpretation. They don't
Because
contradict.
Hanbali also talks about the young girls, right? And
Yeah,
that
Imam
they
Ahmed.
are
The thing is, Imam Ahmed is a tabi'un. He has less authority than Ibn Shubrama. Again.
My goodness. Anyway, so let's just say this then. Let's say this. If I now grant you, I'll say to you, you know what? I will go with whatever you just said right now, and we will say that yes, in Islam apparently you cannot sleep with prepubescent girls.
Cool.
Am I being honest about that?
Yeah. So you
Okay.
concede then.
Oh, no, not conceding. I'm trying to make you make sense. Now again, let's go back to Aisha. And let's
Bro,
ask
so we're
this
just going back in
question.
circles now. This is
No, we're
getting
not in
boring.
circles. You're
Do you have
Muslim.
a
You
new
guys are used
argument?
to going in circles. You go around the Kaaba 7 times. So you used to go
No,
in
no,
circles.
I haven't been to Makkah yet. No, I'm
Well,
sorry, I
there
haven't
we
been
go.
to
But
Makkah. I'm not used to it.
all the others go in circles all the
Yeah,
time.
but I'm not
every
used
day,
to it. I
they're all
haven't been to
busy.
Makkah
But
yet.
anyway, listen
But
again.
I'm telling you, I'm not used
Listen
to it though.
again. Let's
So
go
can we stop going
slowly
in
again.
circles?
Let's go slowly. So you are saying that Aisha, she menstruated and she had reached and attained full puberty by the
Yeah,
age
so
of
according
9.
to Al-Darimi,
correct?
yeah, if you hold this position, she attained puberty.
Okay, so and your evidence would be that it's talking about the wars, right?
No, my evidence is from the Salaf because Al-Darimi is from the Salaf.
Okay, beautiful. Can you tell me if I in 2025
Oh wait, no, the evidence
to
is
become a
Al-Darimi. Wait,
Muslim?
let me clarify. The evidence Al-Darimi uses is because the reason why the Prophet waited 3 years, and Imam Malik uses the same evidence. The reason why the Prophet waited 3 years is because they just assumed that she waited for her to attain puberty.
No, he didn't wait for that because again,
No, that's the evidence they
according to-
use. That's that understanding.
Let me again watch this. I'll show you this again. Now, this is where you get cooked because according to your scholars, let me tell you what they said because this is now quoting the schools of thought, talking about the Hanafi, the Shafi, and the Maliki. They say that, and according to Sahih Bukhari and Muslim, it says that the fact that it is permissible to marry a young girl does not mean that it is permissible to have intercourse with her. Rather, that should not be done until she is able for it. And
Yeah,
for
so
that
again,
reason,
you're just quoting-
hang on, I'm not done. For that reason, Muhammad waited. He delayed the consummation of marriage to Aisha because she was not able for it. It had nothing to do with her maturity.
Yeah, again,
It had nothing to do with her
wait. So which scholar are
puberty
you
or
referring
becoming
to?
pre-puberty.
Yeah, which scholar are you referring to?
I'll show it to you, brother. You know,
No,
man.
I'm not. No, I believe you. But which scholar are you quoting?
Well,
you don't have
right
to show
now
me,
I'm
just-
quoting all of them because I said to you,
Well, all
according
of the
to
scholars. So
schools,
wait. So when Al-Darimi says,
Brother, when I go to Shafi, Hanafi, and the Maliki,
wait. So
and I'm
that's
telling
not
you what
quoting
they're
all the
telling you,
scholars. That's
and
just
I'm
quoting
saying
about.
that if they disagree, then Ahmed and Abu Ubay, who's Abu Ubay?
Abu Ubaid.
Yeah.
Abu Ubaid, a contemporary.
Okay, he says, a contemporary, you don't know who he is, says that once a girl reaches the age of 9, then marriage may be consummated even without her consent. So again, in your religion,
No,
once
Ibn
a girl
Taymiyyah. Wait.
reaches the age
Ibn
of
Taymiyyah
9,
says.
hang on a
Wait.
second.
Yeah.
Hang on
The
a
man.
second.
Wait. Let me respond to that. Let me
I want
respond to
read.
that.
I want
That's a
to
false
read first.
position.
I want
That's
to
the wrong
read.
position. Ibn Taymiyyah
I
says
want
that.
to read.
Can I
I
just
seriously
respond to the
want to read.
evidence?
I am. I'll show it to you.
No. I believe you. Can I just respond to the evidence?
No, but let me finish reading.
Okay. So you don't
Let
want me to
finish
respond?
reading. Stop, man. Let me read. This is what it says. It says that for that reason, Muhammad delayed the consummation of marriage because she wasn't able for it. Al-Nawawi said, with regard to the wedding party of a young married girl at the time of consummating the marriage, if the husband and guardian agree that the girl on something that will not cause harm to the young girl, then it may be done. If they disagree, then Ahmed and Abu Ubaid say that once the girl reaches the age of 9, then the marriage may be consummated even without her respect. And if you do something to a girl without her consent, that is called raping them. But that's what
Yeah.
Islam
So
does.
Ibn. Okay.
I'm
Let
not
me
done.
now
Let me
respond.
finish. I'm nearly done. It says, but that does not apply in the case of a girl who is younger. Then you got Malik, Shafi, and Abu Hanifa say that the marriage may be consummated when the girl is able for intercourse, which varies from one girl to another, so no age limit can be set, and this is the correct view. Even Maududi confirms that.
Yeah.
There
So
is
yeah. This is from
nothing
it.
in the hadith of Aisha to set an age limit or to forbid that in the case of a girl who is able for it before the age of 9.
Yeah,
Now-
so can I respond now? Yeah, so Imam al-Nawawi is quoting a position from the four schools of thought. That's one of the positions. So I can grant that, sure, I have no issue with that. However, you can't deny that this is an ijma. You have to prove this position is an ijma, which is not. Because I can show you from the Hanafi madhab, that some of the scholars said that they have to attain puberty. I can show you from the Hanabila, all the way from Imam Ahmad Sahaba ibn Ishaq, who literally says that they have to attain puberty. He held to a different position. And I can also show you from Imam Malik, where he verbatim says, that you can't consummate with a girl who's young due to her young age. So would you like me to show you all of that? So I don't have to grant this position.
Notice what you did. Again, you threw every single one of these under the bus. every
Wait.
single one of them.
Wait, that's
Okay.
fine. As long as I have evidence from my scholars, I don't have to grant your evidence. I can just hold to the other position. You're just saying it's ijma. Yeah, it's only a problem, yeah, if there's an ijma. But I can just hold to the if there's a ikhtilaf, yeah, then I can just hold to the other position. I'm not grounded or restricted to hold to
Do you
your position.
agree
You have to
with
make
the
an argument
Hanafi?
why I
Do you
have
agree? Do you agree with the Hanafi or not?
to agree with the yeah, I agree with the Hanafi position that you have to attain puberty. Would you like me to show you?
Okay, hang on a second, my brother. Yes, please show it to me. But while
Yeah,
you
Muhammad
do that, I
al-Hanafi
will
quotes
also,
the
while
three
you do
positions,
that, let
and
me
he says
also
one of
show
the
you.
first position is
Let
that
me
they have
also
to attain
show you.
puberty.
Hang on a second. Let me you go find yours, and
Yeah,
I'll
okay, I'll
show
show
you
you.
that from Shamila we can see that talking about the Hanafi, he says, and those who have not menstruated are the young ones, the little children, young ones. This is from the Hanafi. So the Hanafi agree with me that again, you can penetrate the young ones. In fact, the Hanafis are also cooking you because it also talks about because of being young. The young girls, the ones that have been penetrated are young. It says, Hanafi again says, not menstruated yet. That is, they have not observed blood due to their young age. Come back. I'm showing you all the Hanafi stuff that he says. All the Hanafi says and confirms because of the young age due to no observed blood. Come back. Aziz, come back. I got all the Hanafi on the screen. The Hanafi confirm they have not observed blood due to their young age. I've got all the Hanafi. I got the Hanafi confirming that. What did he say? If she does not menstruate due to young or old age, likewise for those who have reached the age of puberty but haven't yet menstruated.
So this is okay. Do you know who Muhammad al-Hanafi is?
Oh my gosh.
So this is the
you're tiring me, bro. You're tiring me.
Yeah, so this is wait.
I'm
Let
trying
me
to
finish.
go to everyone that you're sending me to, and yet
Yeah,
you
so
are
no,
the
look,
one cooking
they
yourself.
they give the three positions of the Hanafi madhab. Yeah, I'll state the first one. So it says واختلفوا في وقت الدخول بالصغيرة
Just say it in
فقيل
English.
لا يدخل.
You're
Wait,
as
I'm
basic as I
reading.
am. Yeah,
Huh?
but you're not reading. You're doing a bad job. Just say it in English.
Okay, fine. Okay, so he says that the scholars had disagreements of when a young girl can consummate the marriage. Okay, he says some of them he says it has to be this biha إذا بلغت تسعة. Oh wait, no, it says this. No, لا يدخل بها ما لم تبلغ. It says that they have to attain puberty. This is one of the positions. The others say it says this. وقيل يدخل بها إذا بلغت 9 سنين. And the second position is that they have to reach puberty by age, and which is 9. I can show you Abu Hanifa where he says it's 17. Okay, and then the third position is of course which you mentioned, the build. So these are the three positions. The first position is the she has to attain puberty. The second position is that she either by reaching puberty by age, and the third position is that it's about her build.
Okay, so now when I showed you, that you can marry them even before you see any blood.
No, but James, the thing is that
menstruating.
No, but the thing is, you're just naming one of the positions.
It says that they have not observed blood due to their young age. We're still talking about the Hanafi. But
James, the thing is, there's ikhtilaf on the Hanafi madhab. I don't have to grant that position. I can just hold to the other position.
You know, this is the sadness of you.
So what's the argument?
Again, this is the sadness.
Well, I don't find it sad.
Again,
I find it happy.
Again, you asked the question. Try to focus.
No, but I'm happy though. I'm not sad.
Again, focus. You asked the question. I'm showing you what the Hanafis say.
And I'm showing you what the Hanafis say as well.
Shut up. You say yes, but, and then I'm showing you what Hanafis
and I'm showing you as well.
And again, so watch this then. So again, according to the Hanafi, do you agree that you can marry and penetrate these little girls even if they have not observed blood?
No, I hold to the other position. I don't hold to no. According to my Hanafi madhab, I don't hold to that position. What are you going to do about it?
So how many Hanafis are there?
So what? How many Hanafis are there? I don't know what that means.
How many Hanafis are there? Because again, I'm reading Hanafi, right?
Yeah, and I'm reading Hanafi.
And then so if we're both reading Hanafi, and he is contradicting himself.
No, that's not contradicting. There's ikhtilaf on the
Beautiful.
position. That's not
Beautiful.
contradicting. There's ikhtilaf. Okay, there's 3 positions. I can just
Okay.
hold to the other position that they have to attain puberty, and you can't do anything about it since there's ikhtilaf. If you can
Beautiful.
make the case that it's an ijma, then I'll grant you, of course. But there's no evidence that this is an ijma since our 4 madhabs, yeah, have ikhtilaf.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the perfect example of why you should never become a Muslim.
Wait, give me the
Notice what he
reduction.
did. Hang on, dude. Hang on, please. Let me finish. Because this is interesting. This is funny. Notice what you did. What you did was you said, yes, we see that he writes it, but I won't accept that one.
Yeah,
me tell
no,
what I
you're not
will
tracking.
accept.
There's
I
3
will accept
positions.
hang on, bro. Hang on, man. Take it easy. You are saying to me, I will accept something that doesn't make me vomit at the sound of Islam, because what I believe is like the lighter, easier version. It's
No,
like
Ibn Hajar
not
Asqalani
as-
says
not
we're all
as- hang on,
jurists.
dude, hang on. It's not as spicy, not as disgusting. So what I'll do is I will throw that one away that says you can marry little girls that have not yet menstruated, and you can divorce them and let them remarry and marry and remarry and marry and remarry, because that's what they do before their first menstruation. Because
Wait, watch
remember,
this,
the
guys.
verse
Watch this.
65:4 says that these girls have never received their menstruation. They've never received menstruation, never had it. So your God is saying that you can marry and divorce.
No, I don't believe that my
little
God is saying
girls
that.
before. Now, what
No, my
you
God
did
is saying that they reach
what
puberty by
you did
age.
was you saw this, you agree that it's disgusting, so you chose
No, I can grant it's
somebody
disgusting.
else. You chose somebody else that makes it better to swallow.
Wait. So wait, watch this, James. So according, if I hold to this position, yeah, I could just say Islam doesn't allow child marriage, correct?
No, it does.
Wait, but I don't hold to that position. I could just say it's wrong.
Are you allowed to marry a child in Islam?
No, what's the argument? I hold to Ibn Shubruma.
But you just said you can.
No, I don't.
You
I
just
say
said
I
you
believe that
can.
position is wrong. If I believe that position is wrong, therefore I don't agree with that position. Therefore, I could just say Islam doesn't allow child marriage. So
But
you've
then
lost.
you're going against Allah, correct?
I'm not going against Allah.
What does Allah
What's
say?
the argument for that?
What does Allah say in the Quran? What does He say?
That's just presupposing your interpretation, which
He
is
says,
begging the
as for the
question.
women who have despaired further menstruation, if you in doubt, their period shall be 3
Yeah,
months.
but
Who are
James,
these
the thing
women?
is, you're just
Are
presupposing
these
your own
women
interpretation.
married?
That's just begging the
Are
question.
these women married according to this verse?
Yeah, again, we already been through this. We're
Beautiful.
going in circles.
So they are, again, you're Muslim. So again, these women are married.
Yeah.
Are the women that have not, or the people that have not yet menstruated yet? You said that yes, these can be children.
No,
right?
I don't believe it.
Muhammad marry
You're straw manning my
prepubescent
position.
girl?
I don't believe it.
Again, listen to this. Did Muhammad
You're going in
marry
circles,
a-
James. Like, can you
again,
just take the
stop
L?
giggling like a little girl? Did Muhammad marry a prepubescent girl? Yes or
No, he didn't.
So she was pubescent when he married her.
Yeah, when they consummated, yeah.
Again, idiot. Listen carefully. I said marry, not consummate.
Yeah, marriage
I
and
didn't talk about
consummation are
penetration.
co-referential. In
Listen
Islam, there
again.
are 2 senses of marriage.
Listen again. Did Muhammad marry a prepubescent girl?
No, that's the consummation is not. She
I
attained
didn't talk
puberty.
about consummation.
Yeah,
you
then
absolute
clarify what you mean,
muppet.
because in Islam there's 2 senses of
I
marriage.
said marry.
Okay,
said
by marriage, do you
marry.
mean contract? Do you mean contract?
Is that a marriage when you contract someone?
Yeah,
to
yeah, that's what contract means. Yeah,
then
in
idiot.
Islam there's 2.
Then you dummy. Listen carefully.
Wait, I'll dumb it
Did
down for you. In
Muhammad-
Islam there's 2 senses of
Did
marriage. Okay,
Muhammad
the contract and the consummation. You're not tracking. And 65:4 isn't about the contract; it's about the consummation. So even that, you're baked. How does it feel to lose? Can you please teach me how to lose? Like, I
ask
never lost
Muhammad?
before. Can you
He
please
lost.
teach me?
Muhammad lost in everything he did.
Wait. So you have to now blaspheme now. So wait. Can you please
again,
teach me how to lose,
shut
James?
it, shut it and listen. Shut it and listen. I need you to listen. So what you did is,
Oh,
when
brother.
I asked you, shut up. I asked you carefully. I said very clearly, did Muhammad marry Aisha when she was before she had her menstruations, when she was prepubescent?
It's the
Then you
contract.
shut it. Shut it. Then what did you do? Shut it. What did you do? What did you do? You said, oh, there's 2 types of marriage. So what you did was you proved that, again, like all Muslims, you are a filthy liar. I didn't run. I'm getting hate speech over here, so I need to just calm myself down. So what you did was you've proven to me that your Muhammad married a prepubescent girl. You agreed that he married a prepubescent girl. I didn't ask about consummation. I didn't ask when he raped her. I'm talking about prepubescent girl. Did he marry her? You said yes. And then you said no, because you're talking about consummation. I never mentioned consummation. Come on, man. Guys, I'm getting hit with hate speech non-stop over here. I'm going to end the live.
De kicka oss ut for å så liksom la oss adde inn andre jenter.
De ba oss adde inn andre jenter for å så kicke oss ut.
Og så
Ja.
Oh, man. Another day, another day. Let's go. Allah have loved Muslim woman through subjugation and command to 434. 434, that like, subscribe button. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
Well, as long as the Muslims are stopped reporting lives, it'll be better, man. But I'm blessed and grateful, bro.
That's awesome.
Are you a Muslim?
No, but I was hoping to debate some Muslims. Is it okay if I hang out on your panel?
No, sir.
Well, okay. Can I tell you about like a really cool argument I just found?
Sure.
Okay. So, if you look at the manuscript evidence and okay, first of all, actually, so I got like two really good arguments that I found recently. Number one is, and you might be familiar with this already, but I just got more familiar with it, is that the Quran likely was formed and written, like most of it was like written over hundreds of years, like after the time of Muhammad. Did you know that?
Yep, I did know that. My brother, I do this. This is on YouTube right now, and it's very topic based. So right now,
Oh, okay, my bad. All right, I don't want to screw up your live. I just
No worries, my man.
okay. The other argument that I found that was actually really good was that if you look at non-Islamic historical accounts from that time period in the 7th century, they conflict and contradict Islamic accounts majorly. And because the manuscript evidence for the Islamic accounts is less reliable and it's later, and the non-Islamic historical accounts are considered more authentic by historians, that leads historians also to believe that a lot of Islamic records were later fabrications, just on the fact that it like contradicts the Islamic sources from that, or the non-Islamic sources from the 7th century. So I mean, and I can give you like a list of those. There's a bunch of them on my page. I posted the details for that argument. But yeah, check it out.
Guys, if you can, please go give him a follow and check out the information that he has. And then hopefully we can learn from what he's got. It's always important to make notes and share.
Thank you. All right. Well, I'll let you get back to your show.
No worries, my brother. God bless you.
All right. Take care. God bless.
Apologies, guys, but I was hit with like one after the other with just hate speech, because again, this is definitely hate speech. All right, sorry about that. I'm just bringing this one up as well because he was hit with hate speech as well. If you're not following the backup account, please, it's James 007. On the backup, apologies again on YouTube and on TikTok, but you guys notice how you have to lie to be a Muslim. You have to throw every single scholar under the bus. Everything that you know, you've got to hide it, run from it, and discard it. Babylon, God bless you, brother. Long time, man, long time. God bless you. So again, notice that when it comes to marriage in Islam, is it still echoing? How are we doing now? Is there echo? Any echo? Still echo? Good now. Perfect. Okay. So, and I apologize for that. I apologize, but I don't want to lose the live because I would be banned. And again, so I'll have to just calm myself down. But again, it's just frustrating. When you're trying to have these conversations and you can see how they blatantly lie, how they absolutely hate all that is good. I mean, all we had to do was read. So they ignore everything. Now, he said that Muhammad was not married to a prepubescent child. And then he said she was prepubescent when she was playing with dolls before she went to the house in the hadith that we read. You can't make this up. Notice how these people have to lie. That's why he was giggling like a little Aisha. Because again, these guys get, I mean, he went to Hanafi. I went to the Hanafi. I showed him what the Hanafi say. He's like, no, the Hanafi don't say that. Because they're liars. These guys are just liars. Okay, he's not coming up. So again, all we're doing now is just reading from the Quran. Notice what he said. When it says in the Quran, and those who have not yet menstruated, it's as clear as day. They have not yet menstruated. He's going, but hang on a second. They may. I hopped to the school that says that they were, pubescent. This is why if we just read from the Quran and then keep going, because again, Sahih Bukhari said, but then again, he throws more Muslim under the bus. He says that Muhammad married Aisha at 6 or 7, and all the hadiths confirm that she was penetrated at 9. All the hadiths, it's without question. Every single hadith confirms she was married and penetrated. And then she was penetrated at 9. That's why he threw Sahih Muslim away when she said, and Aisha took her dolls with her when she went to Muhammad. This is the cowardice of this religion, the pick and choosing, because they can see that it leaves a taste of vomit in your mouth. And he lied. He lied when he said that Aisha wasn't prepubescent, because I asked, my question was simple. Was Aisha prepubescent when Muhammad married her? Yes, she was. Sahih Bukhari 6130 says Aisha used to play with dolls at Muhammad's house. Playing with dolls, isn't it haram? Isn't it not allowed to play with dolls? Which adults are running around playing with dolls? I mean, they got, stuff to do. It's like all the other wives are busy cooking and cleaning, but little girl Aisha, shame. She needs to play with dolls with her friends. And yeah, it says that she was a little girl, not yet reached the age of puberty. I didn't add that there. Sahih Bukhari 5133, the chapter heading is giving one's children in marriage. Children. That's why 65:4 is still talking about immature girls. Girls still playing with dolls. The Iddah is for a girl before puberty, and it's 3 months. Remember that according to what we saw from the 4 schools, they confirm that. I'm going to pin that. I wish I could pin this. How do you pin that? Can I pin everything? Let me see if I can. DJ, that was the best thing you've ever said, DJ. The best thing you ever said. He had more positions than Kama Sutra. That's exactly true. But he's not denying that again. And he said, let's go to Ibn Kathir. I go to Ibn Kathir. I read Ibn Kathir. He's like, nah, I won't take him on this one. Come on, guys. This is the Islam we're talking about. This is why when we go through this Quran and we're reading the Quran, we can see that Islam sanctions dingy with minors. That's why in Surah 33:49, it says clearly that when you marry believing women and then divorce them before you do dingy dingy with them, no iddah is required. No iddah is required. In 65.4, iddah is required, meaning that these girls have been penetrated. The waiting period for those who have not yet menstruated is 3 months. Now, if these child wives have not yet even attained puberty at the time of their divorce, imagine how they must be, how old they were at the time of their marriage. Absolute embarrassment to be a Muslim and then to try to make it make sense. 3349 confirms consummation is not there. If consummation is not there, then there's no iddah. Aisha at 9 is a child playing with dolls. A child playing with dolls. And he went everywhere but. Now we're going to see another commentary, right? This is from Tafhim. Tafhim from the Al-Quran, from volume 5, page 620, says this. Here one should bear in mind the fact that according to the explanations given in the question of the waiting period arises in respect of women with whom the marriage may have been consummated. For there is no waiting period in the case divorce is pronounced before the consummation. Therefore, making mention of the waiting period for girls who have not yet menstruated clearly proves that it is not only permissible to give away the girl at this age, but it is permissible for the husband to consummate the marriage with her. Now it says, obviously, no Muslim has the right to forbid a thing which the Quran has held permissible. This is also from Maududi. So not only does Islam authorize Muslim men to marry prepubescent girls, but you can also consummate the marriage with them. Maududi says no one has the right to forbid a thing that the Quran has held permissible. My goodness, all I did is read. Ibn Maududi says Allah made it permissible. That's why he ran from Ibn Kathir when Ibn Kathir says the same for the young who have not reached the years of menstruation. Jalalain said the same thing. Oh, I don't take Jalalain because he confirms what Allah says. I need to go to someone that goes against Allah. I need to go against him. What does Jalalain say? He says, and also for those who have not yet menstruated. Why? Because of their young age. Their period shall also be 3 months. Ibn Abbas, I don't take him. He's a forgery. Why? Because he confirms it's talking about the young, but I didn't only go to him. Al-Tabari, he says the same thing. Al-Tabari says, and for those who have no courses, i.e., they are still immature, their iddah, the waiting period, is 3 months likewise. So Tabari is confirming this, as well as everyone else. But now we can see that these people are just panicking, and this is truly Islam. Babylon.
I am he.
How you doing, bro?
God bless. How are you?
Man, you know how it goes, man. Some days and some days.
We can take any position we want, but can you tell me what's the reason why this verse came down?
To satisfy Muhammad's lust and needs. No, I'll tell you. I'm just having a laugh. But again, this is because some guy asked. He asked the question. He said, "What about the waiting period for those who are too young?" He's talking about, because he says he says, "Dude, you're covering all the other ages." And some guy is like, "Can you tell me, O Messenger of Allah, what about the waiting period for those who are too young?" Because they were already doing dingy with little girls.
Here we go. Here we go, my brother. They can take any position they want, run after any scholar they like, and change and go and change and go. But the reason why this verse came down, because Ubay bin Ka'b is talking to Muhammad, saying, what do we do about the little baby girls? They did not have menstruation yet. And it says, give them 3 months iddah. We're done.
That's right. So we are not saying this, guys, just to, you notice who's the one that's giving evidence from the Quran and all these Muslim scholars, and then we are told, yeah, no, we don't take him, we take him. So it's such a pick and choose. It's like a Kama Sutra of, and I'm using DJ's words, it's a Kama Sutra of events, trying to find which position should I take today. That's exactly what it says. And those who have no courses.
Very good.
That's right. And I want to read this for you guys. Listen to this, because again, in Bukhari, he says clearly that, and those who have no courses are talking about those that are still immature. And again, he quotes Surah 65:4 and the Iddah. This is what he does. Sahih Bukhari confirms this.
Mm-hmm.
So why am I being called, saying that I'm weak, I don't know, I'm this, I'm on that? Hang on a second. I'm not the one claiming. I'm just reading.
So you mentioned something beautiful. When you need, like, the ruling is to not to hurt them, right?
That's right.
How can you test that?
You gotta check it. This is the thing, guys. And notice what Babylon asked. It's a very important question. How do we know that a child is able for it? The only way to know that someone is able for it is to check it. You try, and it's not working today, I'll come back tomorrow. I try tomorrow. It's not working tomorrow, I'll come back next week, next month. But you've got to keep trying to push it in to find out if it's going to go in. So according to Islam, you can try, and if she's able for it, good on you. Remember what the guy said yesterday, the Muslim that was speaking, that read the Arabic. He agreed if his daughter was 10 and she was able for it, then yes, it's all okay. So now the only way to know she's able for it is to try. Now remember what the hadith said with the thing I read from Islam Q&A. Muhammad delayed the consummation of marriage because she was not able for it. But it also says, once the girl reaches the age of 9, you can penetrate her even without her consent. And now, what do you call it when you do something without their consent? Don't have to say the word, but yes, you are forcing yourself. It's called SA.
And you don't need her permission.
Yeah, there's no permission needed.
There you go.
That's why Bukhari is confirming in his hadith that yes, these people that we're talking about, you can do whatever you want, and it's all good.
Subhanahu wa ta'ala.
It's crazy, man. Let me just read this to you guys. It says, narrated by, this is Sahih Bukhari, while we were sitting in the company of the Prophet, a woman came to him, presented herself to him for marriage. The Prophet looked at her, lowering his eyes and raising them. In other words, he was checking her out, head to toe, but did not give a reply. One of his companions said, marry her to me, O Apostle. Such dogs. The Prophet asked him, have you got anything? He said, I have got nothing. The Prophet said, not even an iron ring. He said, not even an iron ring, but I will tear my garments into 2 halves and give her 1 half and keep the other half. The Prophet said, no. Do you know some of the Quran by heart? He said, yes. The Prophet said, go, I have agreed to marry you to her with what you know of the Quran. And for those who have no courses, meaning they are still immature, and their iddah for the girl before puberty is 3 months. So even Sahih Bukhari confirms that the girls that are still immature can be married and penetrated, and the iddah for them is 3 months. Notice again, the Quran, the hadiths confirm that you can marry, penetrate, divorce these girls, no problems. No problems. It's all good. VB, how are you?
I'm doing good.
You're a Muslim, sir?
Yeah.
So do you think that marrying a 9-year-old or sleeping with a 9-year-old is a good thing or a bad thing?
It's of course it's bad thing in the way we're living in this generation. Like it's bad. It doesn't
When
matter
you
which
say bad,
generation.
is
It
it
is bad.
evil? Is it something evil?
Like in which way do you mean evil?
Evil, like going against God, going against anything good. Is it, if it's not good, then it's bad, and if it's, and something bad has to come from someone bad, correct? So
No.
if, for example, would
No.
God want you in 2025 to sleep with a 9-year-old?
No.
No. So you saying that the God of 2025 says, do not sleep with a child of 9. So you saying that at one
I
point,
didn't say that, but okay.
okay, I'm asking you then, do you think God will allow you to sleep with a child of 9 years old in 2025?
No, and I will not do it. It's not just about God.
My
It's
brother,
what
my
is
brother, listen to
morally
my
right
question.
or wrong.
Listen to my question. So God does not approve of sleeping with a 9-year-old in 2025. Do you think that the God of Islam has once said that sleeping with a 9-year-old is okay?
He never said that.
Okay. Did Muhammad marry Aisha at 6?
No.
Are you a Sunni?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I can show you the Sunni hadiths that confirm Aisha was 6 years old when she was married and she was penetrated at 9, are you going to say that Bukhari, Muslim, all these scholars are liars?
If you show me like relatable and strong hadith that's proved,
What is a
then
strong hadith for you, my brother?
then you can use as proof. But if you come like with
Give me, do you
some
take
hadith that's
Bukhari?
not proof and you just
I know, my brother. I'm asking you, do you take Sahih Bukhari? Is he proof enough? Which scholar do you take? Which tafsir, which hadith do you take? Do you take Bukhari? Do you take Sunan an-Nasai? Do you take Sahih Muslim? Do you take, which one do you take? Sunan Abi Dawood? Sahih Muslim? Which hadith is the strongest for you?
no, I want you to choose because I want you to show me your proof.
Okay, I'll show you my proof and watch this. I'm going to show you different scholars and what they say, okay? Watch this. Let me just remove that. Watch this. I'll start on the top and I'll start over here. See this guy? Oh, sorry. 1 second. Okay. So this guy is called Sahih Bukhari. Is he someone that I can trust? Come back, VB. VB, my man, come back. VB, you need to come back. I can't hear you if you're off the screen.
Yeah, I know someone called me, so I was a little bit busy.
No, I'm sorry. Okay, no worries. So do you know this guy called Bukhari?
Sunnah al-Bukhari, Sahih al-Bukhari, yeah.
Okay, is he a strong guy or a weak guy?
Not very strong, but
Not very strong.
right.
So who is stronger than him?
It's like 50-50 between the scholars. Some say he's very strong, some say he's not that strong.
I'm
So
asking you, VB, according to you, do you think that this guy is strong?
according to the scholars, how do I learn what I learn? I learn through the scholars.
Okay, so I'm asking you.
Not just according
there
to me, according
anybody-
to what I learn in my scholars too.
Okay, is there any scholar that is greater than Bukhari?
What did you say again?
Okay, never mind. Watch this. Bukhari says that the Prophet, this is Aisha, narrated Aisha. Is Aisha a liar or can she be trusted?
It's not from the mouth of Aisha, but they read it.
It's not from the mouth of Aisha. Said that the Prophet married her when she was 6 years old. And he consummated, meaning he penetrated, he did his dingy with her when she was 9 years old. This is Sahih Bukhari. Okay, watch this. I'll show you another one. This is Sunan an-Nasai. The Messenger of Allah married me when I was 6 and consummated, meaning he penetrated with me when I was 9. You've got Sunan an-Nasai again. where it says Allah married her when she was 6 years old, penetrated her, consummated when she was 9. You've got Sunan Abi Dawood. The narrator Sulaiman said that she was married. It said the messenger married me when I was 7 or 6. He had intercourse with me when I was 9. Sahih Muslim. Allah's apostle married me when I was 6 years old, and I was admitted to his house when I was 9. So I've given you different scholars, right? 4 or 5 different scholars. Every scholar says to me that she was 6 years old when she was married and penetrated, meaning she was consummated, when she was 9. This is not me. This is not a guy called Babylon. I'm asking you, if it's true what I read from the scholars of Islam, and she was married at 6 and he consummated, meaning he slept with her when she was 9, you are saying that this is a bad thing, correct?
The way I see it in my generation or in that time, I don't see weed in that time, but
Okay, so I'm asking you now, you're saying in that time. I asked you in
because
2025.
but we as a Muslims believe like that the Aisha was that God made the Prophet to marry Aisha in that age.
Okay, beautiful. Can you tell me, what is the wisdom? What is the wisdom? What do we learn from Muhammad marrying Aisha when she was 6 and sleeping with her when she was 9? What's the wisdom?
It's nothing wisdom.
Okay, so there's no wisdom in it. So Allah didn't make this something that was fantastic. It was only because Muhammad wanted to sleep with the child that he took a child. So there's no wisdom in it. Just Muhammad, he got excited when he saw a child, he married her and he slept with her. No wisdom. Now,
Nope.
if Muhammad is the best example to mankind, if Muhammad is the best example to mankind, doesn't it mean that if Muhammad does something, then you should try to do what he does?
Yes, and that's why we try to live the way he lived, but just
Beautiful.
because God made him or let him do that doesn't mean I can do the same or I have the willing of God.
But
to
hang on, my
do
brother,
same.
you just said that because he is the best example to mankind, you try to do everything he does, correct?
Everything except when it comes by the order of God.
But Allah didn't order this, you said.
He
This is
did.
not from God.
He
You
did.
said
If
that
you
this,
if
you
you
said he
read the
did
Quran,
this.
listen. If you read the Quran and the Hadith, you know that was an order by God. That says even in the Quran.
Okay, so let me go with that. So that means Allah is the one that made Muhammad marry and sleep with a 9-year-old, correct?
As we believe, yes.
Beautiful. And there's no wisdom in it, correct? You said there's no wisdom in it. So Muhammad only did it because of his lust for a child, correct?
No, I don't know what was the behind the reason God told him that, but it's God knows the reason. So I'm not like thinking, oh, why did he do this or why did he do that?
So God, the God of Islam, says it's okay to sleep with little children.
Nope.
Okay, is a 9-year-old a child?
Yes.
Did Muhammad then sleep with a child?
Nope.
You just said a 9-year-old is a child.
Yes, and it's different puberty and different hormones and how the body like adults when back in that time and in our time now. So you cannot take
No, just so I understand, a child back then is a child today
listen,
is a woman back then.
in back then was women having menstruation or puberty before there was fully.
So if you look at my picture
Well,
now,
Nana, in the
on the left-hand side, on my pictures, on the left-hand side, 9-year-old in the days of Muhammad looked like her, and a 9-year-old today looks like this, correct?
Nana, how was 9 years old looking in that time
Well,
in
you're saying
puberty?
that a 9-year-old is not a child back then, correct?
No, because it was different time, different food, and it was different way
That's what I'm
of
saying.
living.
So
Nana,
that's what I'm saying.
listen, it was Nana, you trying just to make your own point. You don't want to listen. It was different time, different food, different menstruation. It was different. So I cannot say the same was the same life in life when Muhammad, when peace be upon him, Prophet Muhammad was living, and now
Okay, so again, if
it's
you look
not
at the
the same.
picture now on the
As
screen,
if we go back to the 90s and now we see people had more testosterone in 90s than they do in 2025. So no, it's not the same.
so the water was different, the food was different, the climate was different. So if you look at the picture that I have up, you are saying that a 9-year-old looked like the girl on the left at
I
the
never
time of
said
Muhammad,
that. I
and
never said that.
today they look like the 9-year-old on
I
the
never
right.
said that though.
And what are you saying?
I said it was different time and everybody work it another way.
So
I never said it was one
is a
child
child, a
growing on
9-year-old
this.
still a child?
Huh?
Is a 9-year-old still a child?
In like with time of humanity do we speak?
Okay, let me give you an example.
No,
In the-
with time of humanity do you speak? Because it was different time of humanity, different way the body, the hormones, everything works.
Okay, I'm asking you at the time of Jesus that came before Muhammad. Before Muhammad. at the
Okay,
time-
okay. Now we are talking.
Wait.
I got question. Now
Wait, slow
Okay.
down. At the time of Jesus, according to the Bible, a girl at 12, a 12-year-old at the time of Jesus was called little girl. A 12-year-old boy was called little boy. Now, again, I'm asking you, according to what we understand, if the Bible came before the Quran and they are called little boy, little girl, and Muhammad is 600 years later, why is a 9-year-old now called an adult?
Okay. That was a good question. I got a question for you then.
Answer the question first, my man.
No, it was nothing called children when Jesus was alive, but okay, you lied. But I got a question for you.
Wait. I lied
No.
because there was
I got a
nothing.
question.
Hang
No,
on,
listen,
dude. Hang on. You said
No,
I
you asked
lied.
me-
Hang on,
listen.
brother. Hang
No,
on. You said
listen.
that I
You-
lied
no,
because
you lied. You asked me wrong
hang
question.
on,
But I
dude,
got a
hang on.
question for
Why are you
you.
panicking? Hang on. You said I lied because back then there was no children?
No, it was children, but it was not young on this because it says in your own Bible, when your own God asked Moses to go to that and kill every not married woman that hasn't been touched on that, and ask Moses to take with him the young girls and the young girls who has not been touched or have not been touched by men.
What were they doing? Were they to sleep with them?
Yeah. What else?
Can you show me where they were told to sleep or to rape them? Can you show that to me?
No. What else do you expect when God tells Moses, you accepted, you said he didn't tell them to sleep, but you know which
I know what you're talking
chapter
about.
I'm talking
But
about.
because
Yes?
you're Muslim, you think that
No,
because
listen.
wait.
Why?
Because
No,
you are
you
Muslim.
asked me,
Hang
and I
on,
was not
dude.
finished
Hang
my
on.
point.
You
Let me
asked the
finish my
question.
point.
Let me answer.
So
Because
let
you're
me,
Muslim,
before you answer,
you're-
let me
hang
finish.
on,
I'm
let
not
me
even
answer,
finished.
dude.
How
Come
can
on.
you answer a question that's
Let
not finished?
me answer. Let me
How
answer.
can you answer question that's not finished?
Oh my gosh, then finish the question.
Yeah, that was I'm trying to say. And when your own God tells Moses to go and kill the young boys, the men, and the woman who has been touched by men, who had who has had intercourse by men. But your own God tells Moses to hold the young infants and the young girls to themselves. What does that mean then when he's telling them to hold the young untouched woman who has not had any men in their
Can I answer now?
inside
Because this is taking
to
too
hold
long. I mean,
themselves?
you
What
keep
does he
different
mean?
words. Okay.
He
Now,
didn't say help
I'm
them, he
trying to
said
answer.
to hold them yourself.
Hey, wait. Can I answer? Thank you so much. Now, because you're Muslim, you assume because Islam teaches.
I'm not assuming
Take
it
again.
says in your
Shut
own
it,
Bible.
man. Be quiet. I'm trying to help
Nah,
you
I know.
understand.
Listen, I know.
I'm telling you. I'm giving you the explanation. I'm trying to help you.
You
Can you stop? You asked a question. Let me finish.
yeah,
Let
but
me
you
finish.
try to say
Sit quietly now. Let me finish. According to the Quran, when you take these women in Islam, you're allowed to grape them because they're your right hand possessed. Can you stop talking and let me answer?
Let me say one thing.
No, you asked a question.
Yes, because
You asked a question. I want to answer. Stop talking.
you say
Stop talking. Let me answer. What is wrong with you?
I'm not.
Stop talking.
I am not.
Stop talking.
Christian.
Stop talking. I'm answering your question.
I am
Stop talking. Thank you.
not a
If you unmute again, I'll drop you. Unmute again, I'll drop you. Last time. Unmute, I drop you.
I am asking you.
So because these guys are Muslim, they assume that because they are taken in by war, right hand possessed, that automatically, like Allah teaches in the Quran, we went through this yesterday, Surah 424, Surah and the other one, I forget now, 3350, I think it is, where you can take these women, and they will be your right hand possessed. Because Islam teaches you to do this, they think it's in the Bible. Just because he was taking the virgins doesn't mean that he's going to sleep with them, because this would go against the core teachings of the Bible that say that you must marry. You can't have dingy outside of marriage. Not allowed. It is a sin. It says marry them, become one with them. This is what the Bible teaches. Deuteronomy 21 teaches you that, tells you that. You have to marry them. You can't marry them as a baby, as a child, not like Muhammad. This is why he ran from what we just said in the Quran. In the Quran, he's accepting that Muhammad marries, sleeps with a child. He agrees with that. He says, but that was different back then because girls had different water, different food. He even talked about women and testosterone. Make that make sense. But they were different back then. So in 2025, if the Islam is for all times and Muhammad is the best example for all people, it would mean in 2025, Quran 65:4 would allow Muhammad to walk into your home with a little 9-year-old girl and introduce her as his wife that he's already penetrated. In my household, that would never fly. The only thing that would fly would be Muhammad. He would fly the F out my house to a little corner like the Blackstone. There ain't no way that dude is going to be in my house. So now again, the Quran does teach, according to this guy, that yes, you can marry prepubescent girls. Yes, you can divorce these prepubescent girls. Muhammad did this. This is what the Quran is teaching. This is why the more we read about it, we can see that according to them, the evil teachings of Allah is telling us clearly that PDF is a sexual deviation of being sexually attracted primarily or exclusively to prepubescent children. This is a sickness to be married to or to seek out or be attracted to prepubescent children. This is why, according to Muhammad, according to the Islam, not only dingies with minors are sanctioned in Islam or by the Quran, Muhammad himself set an example. He set the perfect example for Muslims by doing what? He married her at 6 and he penetrated her at 9. Now we can see that again. Sahih Bukhari says the Prophet married her when she was 6, consummated when she was 9. I went through all these verses with this dude, but it didn't settle with them. They don't understand what it's actually saying. So Aisha was a prepubescent child when Muhammad first lusted after her. He lusted after her. And again, there was no wisdom in this relationship with her from the God of Islam. There wasn't anything to be taught or learned from this. It was purely the attraction, the lust of Muhammad. Because again, remember that the playing of dolls or similar images is forbidden, but it was allowed for Aisha at the time as she was a little girl, not yet reached the age of puberty. And as I said, she was playing with dolls. Can't make this up. Let's analyze. Let's look at this hadith where it says Aisha used to play with dolls in the presence of Allah's messenger. Let's see what it says. Because Muhammad marries Aisha when she was 6, consummated at 9, taken to the house when she was 9 and her dolls were with her. She still had her dolls with her. It's unbelievable. What did she say? The apostle of Allah had intercourse with me when I was 9 and I was playing with dolls. Does that sound like an adult to you? All the evidence proves that she was a child, a prepubescent child at the age of marriage. And when Muhammad first did the dingy with her, she was still a child. And why? Because she didn't reach the age of puberty just yet. Now, Muslims will claim that the consummation of the marriage with Aisha was only after she reached puberty. But the Quran and the Hadiths saying this is a lie. This is a lie. The Quran clearly authorizes Muslim men to do dingy with their wives, child wives, who have not yet menstruated. From the Quran, 65:4. It's in the Quran. Surah 65:4 confirms this. The craziness of this. This is why if there's a guy called, I was reading this guy, a part of his, and he's called Ahmed Al-Mubi, and he's a Saudi marriage officiant. Listen to this guy. He says it is allowed to marry a girl at the age of 1 if dingy is postponed. This is from Saudi Arabia, a doctor. He's saying you can marry her if the dingy is postponed. He says the Prophet Muhammad, whose model we follow, married Aisha when she was 6 and had dingy with her when she was 9. This is what they are teaching in Islam today. They are teaching this and Muslims have zero problem with it. Sheikh Hamoud Hashim said, he's the General Secretary of the Vice and Virtue Committee in Yemen, or was. This is back in 2008. He is Sheikh Hamoud Hashim. He is listen to this, the General Secretary of the Vice and Virtue Committee. Imagine that. You need a Vice and Virtue Committee. Says, because this happened to the Prophet, we cannot tell people that it is prohibited to marry at an early age. It's prohibited to marry at an early age. He says you can't do that. So Muhammad is the one that's responsible for the legalization of PDF in Islamic world. The Muslims can never condemn PDF people. This would lead to the attack on Muhammad. So when I was looking at Ali Dawah, at Muhammad Hijab and all these other Muppets attacking David Wood, calling him a graper and a molester of children and this and that, remember what David Wood said. He wasn't a Christian. He was an atheist. he was in a bad place in life. She was 13 and the other one was 15. So if Muslims are going to condemn him, then guess what they're doing? Without even knowing it, they are condemning Muhammad. Because again, with or without their consent, if someone does not consent to your dingy, this is grapes. This is the worst of the worst on these poor little girls. So a common argument that Muslims will use is that it was customary during the time of Muhammad to give away young children. But what did Muhammad say about Fatima? What did he say about Fatima to Abu Bakr? No, you can't, because she is too young. You can't because she is too young. You can't make this up, man. What does Surah 3:32 say? Because remember, all the acts of Muhammad are considered sunnah. All the acts, the term sunnah, which refers to the word that deeds Muhammad defines that how people should act according to Muhammad. That's why he said Muhammad is the best example. So the sunnah decides how you should be, right? And let me just read it for you, because Surah 3:32 says, obey Allah and his messenger. Surah 33:21 says, you have indeed in the messenger of Allah a beautiful pattern of conduct. A beautiful pattern of conduct for anyone whose hopes is in Allah and the final day. The best example to mankind, according to Muslims, was with a child. According to Muslims, if they are calling people like David Wood names and saying that he should be put away for PDF and yada yada, and that the girls at 13 and 15 did not consent, that means a 9-year-old also can't consent. Neither can a 6-year-old or 5 or 4 or 3. Remember, what's his name? Daniel Pikachu. He's the one that says that you can penetrate them at 5 if they're able for it. 4, 3, if they're able for it. He had no problem if they are able for it. This is why Muslims have to now justify Muhammad's marriage to a 6-year-old by claiming that it was the norm in the pre-Islamic cultures of the time of Muhammad. And therefore Muhammad, he just accepted all these pagan customs where you can marry these little children. Now, if he's the best example to mankind, it would mean that in 2025, Muslims are okay with marrying and penetrating children like Muhammad does. That's how crazy it is. And in fact, watch this. Even the pagans had better morals than Muhammad, because they knew that. Listen, man. Because remember, for example, when Muhammad married his wife, his adopted son's wife, they were upset with him because those pagans, they had the moral decency to view the adopted children as their own. So they were upset with Muhammad for going against his own son, because he took his adopted son's wife, which would mean incest. Because according to the custom of the pagans, Muhammad committed incest by marrying his daughter-in-law, because the son is your son and you're bringing the daughter in your home as a daughter. So over here we can see that the pagans at the time of Muhammad had better moral standings than Muhammad himself. So yesterday we saw that it is Allah himself that is the cause of SA, or graping woman. He authorizes it, he ordains it, he is happy with it, he's happy with fornication, he's happy with adultery, and he's happy with grape. This is the God of Islam that we saw from the Quran yesterday. Today we see that Muhammad was listening to and behaving as Allah would want him to, because again, Allah ordained the marriage to a child. And we can see that dingy with minors is allowed in Islam. Dingy is allowed. Ibn Ishaq says on page 79, he says, in the blah, 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 he says, is recorded that the apostle saw her, Aisha, al-Fad, when she was a baby crawling before him and said, if she grows up and I'm still alive, I will marry her. So not only was Aisha targeted by Muhammad, Muhammad had his eyes on two other children that he was looking at and lusting after, saying, if they grow up and I am still alive, I will marry them. What type of man looks at a baby, a crawling baby, and goes, oh man, that child must grow up fast because I want to marry them? This is from Ibn Ishaq. You also have Musnad Ahmed when he says, Muhammad saw Habib, the daughter of Abbas, while she was Fatim at the age of nursing. And he said, if she grows up while I'm still alive, I will marry her. Again, Musnad Ahmed, Hadith 25636. 25636. Musnad Ahmed, Muhammad lusting again after another child. So Aisha wasn't the only one Muhammad was lusting after. We're not even going to talk about how Muhammad was sucking on the tongues of Hassan and Hussein. So Muhammad had a history of lusting after children. This is why you Muslims, you should step out of the shoes of Islam and judge this man objectively. Look at him and ask yourself, what the heck is wrong with this dude? He sucks on tongues of people, not only of children, little boys. He says, whoever promises me what is between his legs, his private parts, and what is between his lips, his mouth, his tongue, he will provide, he will guarantee paradise. So the Muslims, you need to ask yourself, well, this isn't a one-off thing. This is, again, Muhammad lusting after children again. Two other girls besides Aisha, while they were still, one was crawling, the other one was still breastfeeding. It's disgusting. In Al-Tabari, he actually says he proposed to Habib, but discovered that Al-Abbas was his foster brother that had nursed them both. So he proposed marriage and found out that because of they were sharing the breasticles, he couldn't marry this child because she was now related to him. Because they were both nursed by the same mother. You can't make this up. So here, besides Aisha, we have a man well over his 50s that has his eyes on two other infants. He wants to marry these two infants, his babies. And if this isn't a serious problem for you Muslims, then you need to step back and ask yourself, then what is? How is it that you are okay with this filth? How can this man be a prophet from God? Come on, man. I'll show you another one. This is Sahih Bukhari. It says, this is what he's talking about when he talks about Aisha. Because remember, he married her when she was 6. He assaulted her, SA'd her when she was 9. And the fact is that he had dreams about her twice while she was a baby. Look what he says in Sahih Bukhari. It says this, you have been shown to me twice in my dreams. Twice in my dreams. Imagine that. Twice in my dreams, a man was carrying you in silken cloth and said to me, this is your wife. I uncovered it, and behold, it was you. And I said to myself, if this dream is from Allah, He will cause it to come true. So the God of Islam came to the satisfaction of Muhammad's sexuality. I did see the thing about what's promised in paradise. I am going to go over that. I want to show you guys what is promised in paradise. We're going to talk about it because it talks about little girls in paradise. That's what you will get. In paradise, according to the explanations, you will get little girls when you get to paradise that have just started developing breasticles. Just started. I'll show it to you guys. It's from Islam Q&A, which breaks it down so beautifully. If you go to Islam Q&A, number 193409, Islam Q&A 193409. I will get to that in a minute. Let me land with this, because now we've got Muhammad lusting after a girl through dreams. And then I'll show you another one, because if you think that the term baby and of a wife is disgusting, remember that the Bible states that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth shall speak. So this is what he was lusting for inside himself. Because Bukhari also says that if the Prophet said, if you enter your town at night after coming home from a journey, do not enter upon your family till the woman whose husband was absent from the house shaves her pubic hair. Now, why shave your pubic hair? Because he wants them as smooth as a baby. This is the Islam. And remember what Muhammad said to a guy. The guy is like, listen, man, I got married. Muhammad's like, what? You got married? Really? And this is the Olympics, as Travis used to call it, the marriage Olympics. It says, he said, I married a matron. Muhammad said, why don't you have a liking for the virgins and for fondling them? And Jabir said, why? He said, why didn't you marry a young girl so that you may sport with her and she can sport with you? And the answer was, I wanted a woman, not a child. He said, I wanted someone that can look after them and teach them, not someone that is their age. Not someone that is their age. So 65:4, according to the Quran, is in line with what we just said. Now I'm going to show you guys. Let me see what time it is. I've got to run soon. This is what, my man Babylon, you haven't said anything. God bless you, man. Let me just show you guys this.
No worries, brother. Keep on going.
Let me just show you guys this. I'm going to show it to you because I want you guys to put this in your notes, man. So again, this over here, let me just take you there. This is now, does the words of Allah and full-breasted maids of equal age describe the breasts of the al-huri or al-huralin, lien, whatever you say. Now this is talking about the Quran, Surah 78, verses 32 and 33. So it's referring to the verses. Take a screenshot of this because this is the question, 193409. Now it's going to explain something to us because again, it's talking about this word over here. This is the word I showed the other Muppet earlier that didn't want to pay attention to it because I don't accept this. I only accept certain things. So I went to a guy he knows, Ibn Faris, and then he disagrees with Ibn Faris. But again, I want to just take you down over here to, we can read over here. Let me see. Where is it? Ah, there we go. So if we start reading from here, it says, now this is what the women are called. These are the girls in paradise. It says, based on what we say to you with regard to the literal translation of the word kawib, it is the plural of the word kaib, which refers to a female with developing breasts. So the word used in the verse or in the explanation is this. Now let's see what it says. Kab comes from the sound root. This is what you're going to get in paradise. For those that don't get it yet, this is what Allah promises in paradise. These are the girls promised in paradise. It says, Kab comes from a sound root that is indicative of a thing beginning to develop and emerge. So a thing beginning to develop and emerge. From the same root comes the word Kab, which refers to the ankle, which is the bone on the two sides of the lower leg where it meets the foot, and a word Kaaba, which refers to the house of Allah. It is so called because of the prominence of its square shape. Now watch this. A woman is described as a Kaib when her breasts begin to develop. These are the women that you'll be getting, because it tells you that this is only the first stage. So end quote from the blah, blah, blah. See also blah, 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 blah. This is the literal meaning of the word in terms of linguistic roots. Look what they're going to give you. It says, over here, where is it? Let me just see. I want to go to Jawzi. So Jawzi, he over here, he explains it. He says, the woman is a tifla, little girl, when she is small. Walaida, when she begins to walk. So now we get in the stages. The Ka'ib, when her breasts begin to appear. Then the Nahid, when they increase inside. Then Masa, when she reaches the age of puberty. Then the Kaud, when she reaches the age of a young woman. But this is who you are promised when the breasts are starting to begin. This is the beginning. So it says, for example, it says in the sharma, blah, 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 a young man. Okay, so got the man over here as well. But again, this is who you are getting. So again, it's saying, look at how the scholars have explained this. It means it's referring to one of the stages in a girl's life, not a woman's life, in a girl's life. So notice what they're offering you. In Islam, when you go to wherever you're going, that's what you're getting. You are getting a child, a little girl. So that would be in agreement with what the Quran says. The Quran says in 65:4 you can marry prepubescent little girls, and you'll also get them when you go to paradise, that are still developing. They are still evolving. They're still trying to get there. And remember, as he said, if we go to the tanners, this is only the second stage of the tanner. The second stage is this. In stage 2, physical changes begin at the between the ages of 8 and 13. At the between 8 and 13, this is when 8 and 13. This is when these girls are starting to develop. So Allah is saying the girls that you will be getting in paradise are between the ages of 8 and 13. And that's why 9 years old is perfect for Muhammad. That's right. No Muslim woman want to come up, man. When they do come up, then they pretend that they don't understand, or I'm a liar. But the Muslim woman, this is the audience that I'd love to have. I want a Muslim woman to come up and make this make sense. Because again, all I'm doing is just reading. I'm just saying to you, this is what they say and why. Why not? On this explanation that I was showing you guys, a guy called Mardawi says in his commentary on the words kawabi, whatever, it refers to the maidens or the virgins. So the virgins that you will receive in paradise, these are the maidens or the virgins that you will be getting. And this again, as I said, is quoted from Surah 78. Surah 78 is confirming that. And when it says equal age, it means all these girls are going to be the same. You can't make this up, guys. This is why stay away from Islam. Share these lives. For those that are not following me, please follow me on YouTube as well. This is live on YouTube. I apologize, I had to end it earlier because I was hit with many hate speech, and then I had to end to, now I've got no restrictions on this one. But again, please share these lives, clip it, get these people, make them famous. On YouTube, the Agents 007, the link is in my bio, both on YouTube and TikTok. Subscribe to the channel. Let's share this and show people that we can't continue knowing that, Islam is getting away with all this nonsense.
Hi guys, I just had a quick question for your stance, James, on the Muslim and the Christian religion. Okay, where I stand from it, first of all, I think they pulled femininity completely out of the Bible. They destroyed it, and they destroyed children. It's been one of the biggest abuse tools and utensils used since the beginning and the dawning of the ages. The Bible, the Quran, the Torah, they've used it all. Okay. So what is your stance on the feminine part of the Bible that they don't explain?
Okay, just to can you tell me, are you a Christian or Muslim or an atheist?
Me, I believe in God. I grew up in a Christian household. I do believe there's a God, but I believe that they completely stripped femininity from the Bible. If you look at the story of Job, Job's first wife, her name is Unit. Most people don't even know her name. It took me months of studying to come up with all of this. And she has a really amazing story. She lost everything behind Job. She lost it all, and she still stood fast with him, and they demonized her in the end. They've also done it to several other women.
Let me just jump in there, because I do have a topic and I want to stick on the topic, but I'll go with you there. So you said that they've taken everything from the woman in the Bible. So I'm going to read you something from the Bible, and we'll see what it says, because what you've done is you've done an amateur mistake by trying to confuse what people do and then saying that that's what the Bible says they must do. What you should have done is led with the Bible instead of what people do. This is why it's important to follow Christ and not Christians. According to, I'm going to mute for some background noise. I'm just going to mute you for a second. So listen this. I want you to tell me if this shows you that women are less than or equal to, because in the Bible, this is what it teaches. It says, and I'm going to lead with this. It says, wives, submit to your own husbands as to the Lord. Wow, they have to submit to their husbands. Let's keep reading. For the husband is the head of the wife, as even Christ is the head of the church, his body, and is himself its savior. Now, as the church submits to Christ, also wives should submit in everything to their husbands. Now, that's nasty, right? But it goes on. This is why I read a book called How Not to Read the Bible. You should pick it up. This is what it says straight after that. It says, husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, that he may sanctify her, having cleansed her by the washing of water with the word, so that he might present the church to himself in splendor, without spot or wrinkle or any such thing, that she might be holy and without blemish. In the same way, husbands should love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. For no one has ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, just as Christ does with the church, because we are members of his body. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. This mystery is profound, and I'm saying that it refers to the church, or to Christ and the church. However, let each one of you love his wife as himself, and let the wife see that she respects her husband. Now, in this verse that I just read to you, it's showing that the woman and man are equal and should be treated equally. That the man should love and uphold his wife as she should love and uphold the husband. Both of these, husband and wife, are to be treated equally. This is why the Bible also teaches us that there's no Jew nor Gentile, no man nor woman, no husband nor wife, because we are all equal. We are equal. So again, don't follow Christians, follow Christ. Read the Bible. When it comes to the Quran, it teaches in the Quran to beat your wife, that you can have 4 wives, that you can marry, that you can not only beat them, but you can subjugate women. You can hold them as your right hand possessed. The Quran teaches you can marry children, little girls, that the God of Islam is saying it's okay to SA them. So you cannot come to me and say to me that both these books, and then you run to the Bible, say, push women down, when the Bible is saying the opposite of what you are saying, and you are looking at certain aspects or looking at the verses, but you haven't understood the context of the verses. So my wish to you is, read the Bible, pick up the Bible and see what it says, because look what Paul says in 1 Corinthians. Paul says when women are speaking in the church, because this is another thing you guys run to, because in 1 Corinthians, women should not remain silent in the churches. They are not allowed to speak, but must be in submission as the law says. Now listen, if they want to inquire about something, they should ask their husbands at home, for it's disgraceful for their woman to speak in church. This is where you guys are going. So out of context, it will seem harsh, but in context is what matters, because it's about bringing order in a chaotic setting. Again, you need to understand when it was written and for whom it was written. The silence refers to the disruptive questioning during worship, not teaching or praying. So Paul wasn't silencing women, he was protecting the peace of worship gatherings. If you go to the book called Ephesians, in Ephesians 5, as I just read, when it says, women submit to your husbands, remember that the husbands have to do the same. In 1 Timothy in the Bible also says that a woman should learn in quietness and full submission. He says, I do not permit a woman to teach or to assume authority over a man. She must be quiet. Remember that in the time of Paul, the women were not always educated. At that time, the women weren't always educated. And Ephesus, where this is being spoken about, there were many that were spreading confusion, not out of rebellion, but out of a lack of knowledge. So Paul wants people to speak and have knowledge. So let the woman in his message. This is what he was talking about. And this is how radical it was for his time, because he was literally giving these women permission to speak. Remember, we still have in the Bible female prophets. So Paul doesn't silence her, but he gives them space to grow spiritually. And before she can teach, she must be taught. That's why in Colossians 3, wives, to submit to yourselves, submit to your husbands, as it is fitting in the Lord. And this again, the balance is in Colossians 3:19, the very next verse, when it says, for the husbands to reign. Now in Roman culture, men were dominant and the wives were not. But Paul, he breaks the mold. He's saying that you need to be equal. Again, going back to the Bible. So the submission Paul talks about is never slavery. It's a voluntary Christ-like posture in a relationship that's built on trust and partnership. They have to learn from each other, but they must know when to question and how to question. This is why, again, in 1 Corinthians, it says the head of every man is Christ and the head of every woman is man. A man should not cover his head, since he is the image and the glory of God, but a woman is the glory of man. For man did not come from woman, but woman came from man. Neither was man created for woman, but woman for man. So this is about the theology of order, not inequality. There's order in what he's trying to portray. And this is why, again, Paul speaks of the headship and not hierarchy. And there's many other verses. This is why when you read the Bible, there's a way on how to read the Bible, how to understand the Bible, and what the Bible is actually teaching. Don't follow Christians, follow Christ. Islam teaches you the total opposite, that you can beat your woman, that she's half-brained, that she's equal to a dog and a donkey, that she walks around in the form of a devil. Please, never once in your life ever go to another live and say that the women are treated badly in Christianity without understanding what is meant by it. But please go to every Muslim live and say that women are treated badly because the Quran teaches that. You want to add anything? Nope.
I'm gonna just say, feel lucky you're in a Christian country that we let you talk.
It's not aura. You'll be able to speak.
Because in a Muslim country, your voice is aura. And you cannot even say Okay?
You have to speak with it. In fact, look at Ali Dawah. Ali Dawah gave his wife a whiteboard. He said, like, listen, don't you dare speak. I ask you questions, you write down the answers.
The ninja.
So anyway, guys, that was a slight detour, but that was an example of how not to read and understand Christianity. When you try to put Christianity in this box and you're trying to say that women are this, that, and the other in Christianity, you're going against the Bible. Don't follow Christians, follow Christ. Open the Bible and see what the Bible says. But in Islam, if we open the Quran, it says exactly what I just said, that according to Islam, yes, you can beat your wife. Yes, she's a half-brain. Yes, she's equal to a dog and a donkey. Yes, she walks around in the form of a devil. This is Islam. This is woman in Islam. And again, it's all part of the conversation I'm having today, proving to people why they should stay away from Islam. Because again, the only thing that Islam teaches me is that women are belongings. Women are things. They're not equal to you. They are a gift to you. One of the verses in the Quran that really gets me is again in the Quran, Surah 424, because this verse 424 tells us how clearly, this is going to be my next one tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow we're going to talk about now the beating and the hadiths and the. Today I just wanted to talk about Muhammad and Aisha. Yesterday we spoke about how Allah allows you to grape women. Allah ordains it. Allah is okay with adultery. Allah is okay with fornication. Allah is the one that allows this. Nobody else. The God of Islam does. And tomorrow we're going to go through hadiths to show you this. For example, where it says that Allah gives you a portion of adultery. Allah does. Allah does. But in the verse that I'm going to now, in 424, remember what it says. It says that 434. It tells you that Allah prefers one over the other. In the verse, Allah says in Surah Nasai that Allah preferred one over the other. And who does it mean? Who are we talking about? That's right. Allah prefers men over women. Ali says, BS, allow me up. LA now run. Okay, Ali.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, Ali, how are you, bro?
I'm good. Why are you lying? What is wrong with you? Why
What am I lying about, my brother?
You're lying about the whole concept and you're just blaspheming.
What did I
love
blaspheme?
how you
You
said
guys are
that
so
Allah
sensitive.
allows grape, but I love how you ignore the verse. La taqrabu zina, stay away from zina.
Okay,
What is
beautiful.
wrong
Okay,
with you?
watch this. Beautiful. So you saying Allah says stay away from zina, correct?
La taqrabu zina, yes.
What is zina? Please tell everybody, what is zina?
Zina is adultery, marriage, I'm sorry, not marriage. It is a relationship out of marriage. That is zina.
Beautiful. Now watch this now, my brother Ali. Let's see who runs. In your hadith and in your Quran, in Surah 424, can you read 424 for me, please?
Read it out for us.
It says, also forbidden are married women, unless they are captives of war. Such is the decree of Allah.
Habibi, let me ask you a question. What is the asba'un nuzul of the verse? Tell us.
You tell me, my brother. You tell me, because again, I'm asking you to help me. Don't ask
Okay,
me questions.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. Do you know the asba'un nuzul?
I don't
Before
know.
tell you.
I don't know if I know it. Let me just double check if I got it over here. 1 second. Yes, I have it in front of me.
So you don't.
I have it in front of me.
The asba'un nuzul. Okay, tell me.
Okay, must I read it for you? It says,
Please.
this is by Wahidi. There's Baba Nuzul by Wahidi. It says, and the married women are forbidden for you. I'm reading everything, even the brackets. Save those captives who your right hand possesses. Muhammad ibn Rahman, blah, 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 informed us, blah, 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 who said, we captured female prisoners on the day of Autas. And because
No,
they
brother.
were already married, the captives were already married, we disliked having physical relationships with them. Right? Now, listen, they are married. Can you tell me, please, Ali, if you sleep with a married woman, is it allowed in Islam?
No, but that what you read wasn't the asba'un nuzul.
Okay, let's keep reading,
However,
man. Let's
brother.
keep reading. Remember what
Hold
zina
on.
is. Remember
Hold
what
on,
zina
hold on.
is. Let's keep reading.
Hold on.
Then
Hold on.
we
Hold on.
asked.
Hold on.
What?
Wait, brother. Listen. You're reading the wrong thing. So I asked you, do you know what?
Hang on
I
a second.
asked you,
Hang on a
what
second.
is the asba'un nuzul?
Hang on. See this.
Listen,
What is it?
listen
What is
to
on my
me.
screen?
I asked you.
What is on my screen?
Forbidden unto you. That is not the asba'un nuzul. That is wrong information that
This
you're
is
reading.
Surah 424, Wahidi as Baba Nuzul, correct?
Asba'un nuzul.
What
The spelling is even wrong.
What is this? Can you tell me what is this?
The asba'un nuzul, brother, is used to tell you what the verse was revealed.
I know.
for.
I haven't
The
got there yet
purpose
because
of
you got into a
revelation.
panic. Because you panicked and now you're running.
And I'm not
Because
in a
you
panic.
panicking and you
My dear
running.
friend,
Let me
do
read
you
for you again.
do you
Ali.
hear me panicking?
Ali,
Mm.
let me read. Let me read.
Mhm.
After I read, you can give me your Asbab Nuzul, okay? Okay? And don't run.
Mhm.
Don't run. Okay, let's keep
Do
going. It
you
says,
think I fear you?
you should fear
Do
me,
you
my
think
brother.
that?
Allah fears me.
No, no.
Okay, but anyway, I'm going to read. I'm not going to hold the
Imam
camera in
is
my hand because
arrogant.
it shakes. I'm not going to hold the camera because it shakes. I'm just going to read it. But again, guys, this is the Asbab Nuzul by Wahidi that he's going to run from like forest. But we're going to see where he gives us his one from.
Mhm.
Now it says, then we asked the Prophet, and look, guys, I'm gonna show you from the hadiths, that this is 100% true. 100% true. We'll go even to Bukhari. Now you start to giggle. You're sounding a bit nervous there, but it's okay.
It's
You're only a Muslim.
Bukhari, not Bukhari. It's Al-Bukhari, not Bukhari. Fix
I
your
can call
grammar.
him whatever I want. Doesn't really matter,
No,
but you know
but
who I'm talking about. Like when you say Muhammad, I
actually
can call him
does.
Kutam. Kutam as well, same thing. I can call him Ahmed. Doesn't matter. I can call him Ahmed. Doesn't matter. It's the
Ahmed,
same thing.
not Ahmed.
I
Where
can
do
call him
you
whatever I want. Sit quietly now. Now you're trying to be smart. Just sit quietly. Let me
get
finish.
Ahmed from?
Sit quietly. Now we're going to read. Then we asked the Prophet about the verse, about them, and the verse, all women married are forbidden to you, save those whom your right hand possesses, was then revealed. So again, conveniently, because Muhammad was thinking with his willy winky, because Muhammad was thinking with his willy winky, Allah came to save him and said, it's okay. As a result of this, we consider it lawful to have physical relationship with them, the married woman. Ahmed ibn Muhammad and blah 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 informed us that blah 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 in a second said, who said, when the messenger of Allah captured the people of Autas as prisoners of war, he said, O Prophet of Allah, how can we possibly have physical relationships with women whose lineage and husbands we know very well? So the verse was revealed, marry them, blah, 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 and it goes on with more examples of people. And then it says, Qudri, who reported on the day of Hunayn, the messenger of Allah,
Hunayn.
he said, you don't need to help me, my brother, it's okay. This army met an enemy in battle, defeated them, and captured the female prisoners from them. Now, I want you, now I can show you the hadiths that confirm what I just said to you. For example, Bukhari says in Sahih Bukhari, book 8, hadith 3432, he says that the companions of Allah seem to refrain from intercourse with the captive woman because their husbands being polytheists. Then Allah sent down the verse 424. Sunan Abi Dawud, volume 2, book 5 says in his hadith number 2150 says, they defeated them and took them captives, talking about the Autas. Some of the companions of the Apostle of Allah were reluctant to have intercourse with female captives in the presence of their husbands who were unbelievers. So Allah sent down the verse 424. Now, according to you, zina. Who is the one that allows Muhammad and the Sahaba to penetrate other women? Who is allowing them to grape these women? Because remember, these men are still alive. The husbands are alive. They've just been attacked, just like Safiya, the wife of Muhammad unalived the Qurayshi woman, Safiya, when he unalives the entire family, husband, father, and whatever, whole family. He sleeps with her the very next day, under 24 hours. He penetrates her. Now, here's my question. You said that these married men or people that are sleeping with married people is committing zina. Who is the one that allows Muhammad and the Sahaba to penetrate these right-hand possessed women?
Okay. Right. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't say that you must penetrate these women. Na'udhu billah. You are just blaspheming and
When
you
it
think you
says
did
Allah,
something.
they were reluctant to
Hold
have
on,
intercourse.
hold on,
Hang on, what is
hold on.
intercourse? What is
Hold
intercourse?
on. Let me finish.
What is
Let me
intercourse?
finish. Let me finish.
What
You Christian
is
people
intercourse?
cannot simply have a
What is
discussion.
intercourse?
It is sex, basically.
Okay, beautiful.
Right?
So according to the
Now,
verse, they were
now, hold
wanting to
on.
have sex with
Look,
them, correct?
look. if you want to talk to
We're
yourself.
talking
so
about sex.
I
correct?
want to finish
My
speaking.
man, don't lie about what I said.
My friend, hold on. Let me finish speak. Then you can waffle. I don't have a problem. All right. So the verse that you brought up, and then you say Allah is allowing them to penetrate. Well, you clearly are unaware of what. Well, the whole Asba'un Nuzul, you read the whole wrong thing, because the Asba'un Nuzul is regards to, the Battle of Hunain or Ghazwa Hunain. All right, the Battle of Hunain, what to do, and prisoner ethics in Islam. You would have known this, but unfortunately you chose to lie about it. Na'udhu billah, what a shame. Can't even pronounce Arabic grammar. Na'udhu billah, again a shame.
A'udhu
Now,
billah,
what does
a'udhu
the
billah,
verse
a'udhu
say?
billah. Do I sound like I'm an
Wow.
Arab? Do I sound like I'm in the middle of a desert
No,
somewhere? Or do I sound
I
like I'm
didn't
evolved?
ask personally.
Keep going,
I
keep
didn't
going,
ask.
keep going.
In the verse, and forbidden to you are married women, except those from whom your right hand possesses. Whom are those?
That's the
Whom are
question. Who are
those?
those people?
I'm asking you. Shouldn't you know what that means?
I know what it means, my man. I've
No, you
had
don't.
my chance to explain myself. I'm asking you,
No,
who
clearly,
are those
clearly,
that are right hand possessed
you,
according to you?
yeah, clearly you don't. These women, right, were Muslim, and they
Or
had
Muslim.
a husband who was. No, hold on. Listen to
So
this.
hang on, Muhammad is
And those
attacking Muslims?
husbands.
Dude, is
No,
Muhammad attacking Muslims?
no. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Yes.
They husband were polytheists,
You're
right?
not where, not dude.
And
Listen,
is
hang on,
that
hang on, listen,
look,
hang on,
hold
listen,
on.
my man, listen.
Hey,
It's not where.
hey,
Don't take
hold
the Indian.
on,
Hang on, take the Indian out of your accent. It's not where. It's
my
were.
friend.
Were. You can't even speak English properly, but you want to help my Arabic? Not where.
Listen to me.
Were.
Listen.
Were. Hey,
Tafaddal, listen to me.
Pritesh,
Listen to me.
don't say where. It's were. You want me to help your
Okay,
English? I'm helping your English.
Okay, clearly. Anyways, now those well, relationships with a polytheist is haram, right or wrong? Correct?
No, it's allowed.
Na'udhu billah. Astaghfirullah. So I can go marry a. Okay, well, yes.
Why
If
are
she
you
converts,
pretending
I
to be
can.
dude? Why are you pretending to be an
I
Arab person
can.
when you know that you can't speak Arabic?
I can. أنا أفهم عربي. أنت تسبي الكلب الأسود. أنت أفهم؟
You are كلب.
أنت
You are
أنت
كلب.
الكلب الأسود
You are
أنت
كلب.
الحمار
أنت
المنيوج
أمي تسبي
أناك
الكلب
يا
الأسود.
أمي.
أمك عائشة
نعوذ
المنيوج
بالله.
المنكوحة
That's all you know.
المرفوعة. Let's go Arabic. Let's go.
That's all you know.
I'm Arab. Let's go. حمار بن حمارة منيوج.
لا.
Let's go. Let's go. Run
Okay,
there.
Babylon, let's bring this Calb back into the. Let's bring him back. He thinks we're stupid. He thinks that we are Muhammad. Let's bring him back, because we are not as dumb as Muhammad. We can actually understand and speak several languages, and we can actually read and write. Muhammad couldn't. Now, do me a favor, Calb. Sit quietly and let's go and see what the tafsir says, whether it's agreeing with me or you. Because again, you stink of lies. You stink of camel dung. Let's see who's telling the truth and who's not. Let's go to the to the tafsir and see what it's talking about, because you lied again. Ibn Kathir tells us what it's talking about. Except your right hand.
You
Shut
can't
your
even
mouth.
spell
Be
properly.
quiet. Be quiet. You don't even know how to say were. You say where. You say where.
This is, ladies and gentlemen, this.
Get down. Get down. Calb, get down. Trying to be smart. Don't forget, you can't even pronounce the English words, because you two back in the, or 1 foot on the boat, and now you're gonna pretend you're gonna help me with Arabic? Come on, man. Let's see.
Not only that, James, he called you Aswad. Kelp Aswad.
Yeah,
a
no.
black dog. So he's not even like, he's racist too. So that's why I went off.
I don't know why he's being racist when he's an Indian, that people in South, he's an Indian, that the Muslims are trying to mock me. They're mocking the Indians, and he's the one over here pretending to be something he's not. Can't make this up. But I just want to read this, guys. Notice this. I'm going to go now to Ibn Kathir, and this is what he says. He says, except those who you acquire through war, for you are allowed such women after making sure they are not pregnant. So you can take these women, and then it says, we captured some of the women in the area of the Autas, exactly what I said from the hadith, who were already married. This is Ibn Kathir. Ibn Kathir is saying this. And we disliked having dingy with them because they already had husbands. So we asked the Prophet about this matter, and the ayah was revealed. So conveniently, the willy winkies of Muhammad and the Sahaba is the first priority of Allah. Allah is saying to you, listen, man, Babylon, I know you praying because you lost an arm, but please, we have to focus on what Muhammad wants and what the Sahaba want. They need more women. And I know, Aisha, I know that you have no food to feed your children, but listen, man, Muhammad and his Sahaba need more women. So as always, Allah puts everything on the hold and he runs to satisfy Muhammad. This is why it says, so we asked the Prophet about this matter, and the ayah was revealed, also forbidden a woman already married, except, meaning that even if they're married and they're your right hand possessed, you can have them. You can have them. So again, according to this, according to what Ibn Kathir is telling me, he agrees with me. That guy that came up trying to lie is a typical example as to why Islam is the most disgusting religion in the world, as to why you need to stay away from Islam, because they themselves will throw Islam under the bus, Allah under the bus, the Quran, because again, Islam is the only religion that allows you to lie to push for the agenda of Islam. He's trying to correct my bloody Arabic when he can't speak English. Notice
Brother,
here, guys. Sorry, Beba.
you can go to Sahih Muslim 2658A as an apple, and it says Allah has fixed the amount of adultery, zina, that you have to do. So zina is halal in Islam. Without your choice, you gotta do. You have to do. Allah said that. Sahih Muslim.
This is why, guys, I'm so glad that these are all recorded, because again, on these recordings, you guys can go back and look at the true face of Islam. I beg you guys to share. It's called the Agents 007 on the YouTube. Share the heck out of these lives. Clip them, make little things, show how these people will lie. I read the Asbab al-Nuzul, I showed it to him, and then he said, no, that's not the Asbab al-Nuzul. I put it on the screen. I read it for him. I show him the tafsir that agrees with me, the hadith that agrees with me. But because Muslims are born liars, it's in their genes. Allah's like, you know, you're a Muslim, you get to lie, and you get to lie, and you get to lie, and you also get to lie. Come on, man. He said, he came up saying I was lying, and then he says that Allah does not allow zina. And yet we can see that the one that allows zina, the one that allows adultery, the one that allows fornication is the God of Islam. The raping of women, adultery and fornication is allowed by the God of Islam. He is the one that says it's okay. And 424 is a perfect example of exactly that. Oh, bugger. Hang on.
He came up flexing his muscles and everything, and he did not know even Arabic.
Sorry, Babylon, I had two devices on. I apologize, guys. The other account got hit.
No way.
Oh my goodness. So I had to send it on a timeout. But again, I'm glad that account, not this one. Guys, notice all we do is read. We read, we see that we have been honest and true to the God of Islam, to the hadiths, the tafsirs. We see that it is Allah himself, the God of Islam, Allah himself, that allows this to happen. Come on, man. Come on, Muslims. It's embarrassing, man. It's truly, truly, truly embarrassing to be a Muslim in 2025 and then still try to make this make sense. I did have a topic for tomorrow regarding this. I was going to do the other, now tomorrow, same topic, but I'm going to focus more on the hadiths. We're going to see how, for example, that women are equal to dogs and donkeys. We're going to go through all of that again tomorrow. So then for 3 days now, we've now gone from the God of Islam that's saying it's okay to do all this stuff, that the God of Islam is allowing adultery, fornication, and the raping of girls. Today we saw that Muhammad was living in line with the teachings of the God of Islam. We can see that even in paradise, you'll be getting girls that have yet to develop. They're just starting developing. We can see throughout yesterday and today that the Muslims are the ones that are lying when it comes to these topics. 2 amazing days of 2 amazing amounts of information that we are able to present to you guys. That's why I keep saying go and watch it if you get a chance. Guys, I'm going to have to end the live because I got hit with hate speech again. And I can see why. Please, mods, if you see the people that are saying silly things and stuff in the chats, just block them. But I think we're going to end now. In fact, let me just let me go to the Psalms and end with the Psalms. I think we've done enough today. I really hope you guys subscribe, follow, share, especially the shares, man. Share. I don't really care about the numbers. I just want more people to watch these videos, because I promise you, we're just reading, not making anything up. I know Babylon, when he's having a free moment, he is writing new hadiths and he's sending it to me so that I can publish them on sunnah.com. We're rewriting the Quran. Me and a guy called Rob Christian, we've written the Quran many times and changed everything in it. So, you know, we're working hard to do all this. I'm Bukhari and he's Muslim, Sahih Muslim. That's what they want you to believe. That's what they want you to believe. But anyways, so again, let's also, please guys, if you want and can, you can donate by buying me a coffee. Just buy me a coffee. The link is in the bio on the YouTube and the TikTok. It's called Buy Me a Coffee. It's just a little contribution, black coffee. I'm now down to 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. Trying to get down to 1, maybe 0 at some point. So if you can, that'll be brilliant, please. If you can buy me a coffee, link is in the bio. Yesterday, I think we did Psalm 23, 24. We did 23 yesterday. That's right. 23. Thank you so much, Bree. It's just a contribution, guys. That now for December, as I said, whatever, all the gifts and stuff that I do get will go to the needy and the orphanage that we support. I told you once in South Africa, they start their year in January because of the summer. So in the beginning of January is when children need school uniforms and stuff like that. And I told you before that one of the things that really got me sad was the girls were needing pads, tampons, pads. They had a need for pads and they don't have. So we are working, you know, besides TikTok and YouTube, most of the stuff that we do is to help find support for them. But whatever you guys can do, you know, God bless you. Yes, peace mods on. You see, host is begging for donations. Peace, please give me some donations. Please, peace, give me some donations so I can survive. Because if you don't give me, I ain't going to survive. Please. Please give me your deal. 5. What Muhammad get? 5%. Come on, man. Give me some. Please. So if we go to Psalm 24 today. Psalm 24. It's in the bio. If you go to my link in my bio on TikTok, you can go there. The link is also in the YouTube TikTok. It's just called Buy Me a Coffee. That's it. So let's read. The Psalm is Psalm 24 today. Psalm 24. And notice that we were like 120 something people. And as soon as I say we're going to read the Psalms, it drops down to 90. Guys, we also need to listen to the word before we run. Because again, remember, we need to come back to Christ. At the end of the life, we need to come back to Christ. The Muslims that ran away, this is Zabur. The Zabur. Let's start. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world and those who dwell therein. For he has founded it upon the seas and established it upon the rivers. Who shall ascend the hill of the Lord? And who shall stand in his holy place? He who has clean hands and a pure heart, who does not lift up his soul to what is false, and does not swear deceitfully. He will receive the blessings from the Lord, and righteousness from the God of his salvation. Such is the generation of those who seek him, who seek the face of the God of Jacob. Lift up your heads, O gates, and be lifted up, O ancient doors, that the kingdom of glory may come in. Who is the kingdom of glory? The Lord, strong and mighty, the Lord, mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O gates, and lift them up, O ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in. Who is the King of glory? The Lord of hosts. He is the King of glory. Guys, I think I read this psalm yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Did I or didn't I? I'm not sure if I did or didn't. Peace mode. Let me send you an invite. Come up, please. I don't want your £5. You can give it to Allah. Peace mode on. You definitely got no peace in you. But come up, please. You got no peace in you.
Yeah, bro. Why you lying people here and trying
What
to
am I
get
lying
some
about,
money
please, sir?
So show us the organization. What organization? I'm gonna look up and confirm to them.
If I give you the organization,
Show me where the money goes. No. Show me where the money goes.
How am I going to do that? If I show you where it goes, you're going to see my details.
No, give me the organization, the name, for example, Chris or Jesus
Let me give it to you.
organization.
In
Or
fact, let me
whatever.
show you. Hang on a second. I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you. Wait. Hang on.
Okay, I'm gonna look up and see if that's trusted thing, you know.
I'm so glad you're going to double check me. So glad.
Okay.
Okay, let me show this to you. So, can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? You muted. Can you see that? Get down. That is the orphanage. If you guys don't believe me, there's a guy in the chat that can confirm that he and his company were given the details for this orphanage. For this particular orphanage, the guy in the chat is there. He can confirm that I have been supporting this orphanage. We have been supporting this orphanage. And he, in the chat, got the details for this orphanage so that his company could contribute, because you know every company has they give money away every year. It's a tax write-off, yada yada. I have been supporting this orphanage for at least 10 years now. 10 years I have been supporting this. So peace mode, you just got pieced on like the camel did all over your prophet when he was trying to get himself a cup of juice. And if you guys go to it, you'll notice what they are asking for. I'll read this to you. Let me read this to you, what they are asking for. It says, need help, amazing friends and family. And then it tells you what they're looking at. Listen to what they are asking for. They are saying that they are looking for, and this is now looking for the Christmas, over Christmas period. They're asking for 1,000 hot dog rolls, 500 juices. They're not asking to be millionaires. Look what they're asking for. 30 liters of tomato sauce, 500 brown bags, 300 party packs. They're asking for fuel for the cars. They're asking for 150 hygiene Christmas hampers. And in them are bath towels, bath soap, washing powder, toothpaste, toothbrush, shoe polish, or even a shoe brush. They are asking for keyboard player costs. They are asking for funds for 185 school uniforms for January. This is what's on their site. This is what they are asking for. And I'll tell you this, in the times that I have been helping these people, we have not only built rooms for little girls and boys after they've been raped, we built a place for them to have counseling. We've built a skateboard park, many little trampolines. We've put in, we've now got a list of where they go to. If they are being adopted outside of the orphanage, we have control of where they are, so they're not falling into the system and disappearing and being used for other things other than just being a child. We have put in the effort to make this work. They're asking for a JBL boombox speaker, a charger. This is what they're looking for. This is the year end 2024 of what they are asking for. So again, I am not doing this for me. I'm not asking you to tell me to give me money for me. I ask for nothing. I have everything I need. Everything I need. Again, because you don't understand, you muppet. If you send in different amounts from different people, you get the tax. It's all to do with the taxing. I've given this information to people that have asked. I don't put it on my screen, Peace. I never put it on my screen because I respect them enough to, when I say that if we're going to put money over here, normally, Peace Mode, I will take the money myself once a year and make sure that the money is used on the children, not on paying fees and for paying for anything other than going directly to the children. Like anyone else, guys, remember this, when you give money to the Red Cross, I don't know the percentage, but a big percentage goes into admin fees, rent, and you name it, all these things. I give the money directly to the people that are going to use it, that nothing disappears and falls away. If you guys know me by now, you'll know that once a year I make my African trip. In that African trip, and I was there now just a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, a month ago maybe. None of you know the amount of people you have helped with the donations, with the gifts you've given me. I don't go there, and I told you guys before, I will not sit here and try to pat myself on the back for what we are doing. We do this quietly. I don't want to have any, this is why again, and I don't go to only Christians and only give Christians like Muslims are told only to give Muslims. If you are in need, as I said to you, when you buy groceries and you pay for someone that you've never met before without looking for the fame and the fortune, the pat on the back, that is more important and more beautiful than filming it and showing 1,000 people of how fantastic you are. So again, these people are asking for donations towards rolls, sausages, meat, food, simple things. None of them are asking buy us a new car, a new house. They need the simplest things even for a Christmas party. Imagine asking for Vienna sausages. That's all they're asking for. They're not asking you to give them a banquet, a fantastic meal with roasted this, that, and the other. They're asking you for hot dog rolls, for juices. Ali Dawa and all those filthy, disgusting dogs, what are they asking for? Oh, but let me become this, let me be that, let me go here. Look at the scammer, Hamza. He's scamming people. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't get me going, man. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I thank you, Lord, for all those in this life and all those that have contributed and all those that are thinking and contributing and all the people that we are helping. I thank you, Father, from the bottom of my heart that we have such good people. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen, my brother. Amen. God bless, and God bless every single one of you who donates to those little kids to make them, like, give them some peace, some fun, some pleasure. Help them, Christian or not, help them. They need you guys, okay? We don't
And not
need
only
the
that,
money.
Babylon, the children, my brother, the children that are born in Islam are still children. It doesn't mean that we have to turn our backs on them just because they are Muslim.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Once upon the time, I was a kid. You were a kid, right?
That's right.
And
Innocent and
we know what
and
that
true.
means. Mhm. But in Islam, guys, they don't know what's a children. They don't know that.
Man, I tell you,
You go to
Babylon, I'm not
Muslim
even joking.
countries, it's very bad. Go ahead, brother.
I was going to say this, you know, as I told you guys a story before, and I'm going to end with this. I don't want to go on about it. A couple of years ago, my mom said to me, "Oh, this woman needs help." And I said, "Oh, okay, let's go to the house." And as I said, I was in South Africa at the time. Let me just I need you to peace off, my brother. Peace off. Just peace off for now. And again, this is my mom says to me, this person needs help. I go to the house, and listen to this, guys. I get to the house, and the woman is a Christian. Her daughter's a covered ninja, like this thing on the screen, covered, you know, only the eyes showing. And they had a daughter, a little girl, probably the age of 6, I'd say 5, 4, 3, 6, 6, 5. And my daughter was with me. We get to the house. They were living in a garage. Now, this is common in South Africa, where you rent out your garage, you rent out a little, you know, room in the back somewhere. They're renting it out because people don't have. So I get to the house, I get to the garage, I look at this woman. I didn't, you know, I know her. I actually knew her from before. Didn't know that her daughter was a Muslim convert because of a man, yada, yada. Anyway, so we were just sitting down talking, and my mother I didn't go there with the intention of taking stuff there first. I first needed to see who this was and if they needed, because you don't, you know, a lot of people keep taking, you know, takers take, and givers sometimes just keep giving, you know, but takers will always take. Anyway, I get to the house, my daughter's, you know, talks to this little girl, and my daughter just like walks away in tears because this girl had, you should have seen the doll she had. I'm talking about maybe a 5, not even a 5, say 10 centimeter long doll, like a little, not even a Barbie, just a knockoff doll that had no hair. It was just like this raggedy doll. And that was the only toy this child had. So we decided we're going to go. But before we went to go getting shopping for them, the Muslim girl told me that they went to the mosque to ask for help. And when they got to the mosque, the Imam asked her, "Oh, who do you live with?" And she said, "My mother, and my mother's a Christian." Bear in mind, the girl took on a night shift job. She worked night shift because they had one single bed. So the mother slept in the day, at night, while the daughter's at work. And when the daughter came home, then the mother slept in the bed while the mother was awake. So they shared a single bed, guys, a single bed.
Wow.
So seeing all of this, and then she said, "Oh, the mosque said, because my mother is a Christian, they will not help me. They will not help me because my mother is a Christian." And they went to the church, and the church said, "Definitely." No, this is later. So what I did was I went shopping, and my daughter bought so many toys for this child. And this was TikTok money. TikTok money. So I don't use my money anymore. I'm getting all the gifts as TikTok money. It's in my PayPal account, just sitting there. I don't take it out and use it. It's there. So this TikTok money bought groceries and so much of stuff for this family. I left about a month or two later, after they were, you know, getting less and less in the house. The church, my mother's church, went to the house and gave them whatever they needed, even though the daughter was still a Muslim in the house, covered, only the eyes showing. They still provided food and gifts for this family. Because we know, when I grew up, my house, as I said, half my family is Muslim. We had everyone in my house, everyone, and everyone was treated equally. But now that we are adults, I notice that even my own family are trying to ascribe to the nonsense of Islam, where they'll walk in the house, say hello to me, but salam alaikum to the others. So even though that these people, you know little, they still trying to implement it. Now, again, all I'm saying is that I will help anyone in need. I'm not going to judge them just because of their parents and say to them, because your parents are Muslim and your parents hate and your parents are like this, that you shall suffer for the parents. No, I'm judging those children as children, because what does the Bible say? Humble yourself, make yourself like a child, because theirs is the kingdom of heaven. The children, they don't know better. They are innocent. They are without sin. They are innocent and they should be treated as such. So when we give with all our heart, not half-heartedly, and we don't look back and go, oh, I should have given less because that's a Muslim. No, you help them equally. When I went and I bought groceries for a person in South Africa now, the last trip, I didn't buy less for that person. I bought equal for that person as I did for anyone else. I didn't judge them on them being Muslim. And this is why they know that we are Christian by our behavior, because they can tell by the fruits that we are Christian. The one woman I helped, she said to me, but you know I'm a Muslim. She said to me, but you know I'm a Muslim. In other words, you're helping me, but you know I'm a Muslim. I said, you're still a child of God. You just chose the wrong path. And I said, I pray for you that you find Jesus. But she was like, oh my God, you know I'm a Muslim, right? She was like scared of taking from me or me giving her in case I didn't want to because she's a Muslim. Anyway, guys, I got to go. I got a meeting in 30 minutes. So I need to get ready for that. Please, again, just remember, God bless you guys. Muslims, humble yourselves. Christians, humble yourselves. Remove the hate, the pride, the ego. Notice the Muslims are so full of it, like they're God. Full of the hate, full of the pride, full of the ego. And this is why it gets in the way of them actually learning, understanding, and accepting. Please open your Bibles, man. Lead with the Bible. Please, please, please lead with the Bible. Today was a good day. Today was a good live. I'm glad we had two Muslims come up and both these Muslims saw the truth. Yesterday, the Muslim said to us, yes, the God of Islam has no problem with the child being penetrated. And he said, I can even have his 10-year-old daughter if she was able for it. For those that don't know, it's in the YouTube now. It's on the YouTube. The channel is the link is in the bio, or you can go to the Agents 007. The Agents 007. Babylon, anything you want to add before I close, bro?
Brother, the Muslim asked you, I'm a Muslim. How can you help a Muslim? This because they know Muslims only help Muslims. So she was surprised telling you, are you sure you want to help a Muslim? Because what you're doing is not what we do. And this is a fact, guys. It's not a lie. Mosque will not help you if you're not Muslim. They will push you to take a shahada to help you. And that's the case of that little lady with her mother. They cannot help her because her mother is a Christian. What a shameful ideology. Anyway,
That's right.
God bless everyone. Keep up the good work. James, I love you, brother. You're
God bless
one
you
of the
too,
best
man.
guys here. And God bless everyone who supported, who donated, and keep on praying, please. Please, please pray and fast for us. Because I'm going to tell you something, maybe James doesn't say it. It's hard for us to do all these searches and look up and fighting and debating and talking every day. It's draining. It's very draining. I've been doing it. James been doing it for years now. And we're not going to stop. But we need your prayers, please. And pray for Muslims. Pray for everybody to find Jesus. And God bless everyone.
Amen, amen, amen. And that is true, guys. I told you guys that's why we started reading the Psalms at the end of the live, because the Psalms is taking us back to the Bible. It's just reminding us that our Savior is Jesus. So again, God bless you guys, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Just remember again, guys, subscribe on the YouTube. We've got to get that more people to watch. And I said before, if you guys are able to clip and make little clips and whatever you call them, all these little shorts, and share them and spread them out there, God bless you guys for that. Because again, as I say, this is something that is going to spread. It's going to keep spreading, guys. The YouTube is The Agents 007. The Agents 007. Link is in my bio. Link is in the bio. The link is in the bio. And again, I promise you guys, that site that I showed you, this is not me just trying to, I've got no stake in this. I've got no dog in the fight. This orphanage has just been doing an amazing job, and I have been supporting it for a long time. You guys can go, it's on the screen there, so it was on the screen, so you know where to go. It's called iZulu Orphanage. And again, I've been supporting this for many, many, many moons, because I think that the people there are doing an amazing job. An amazing job. Outside of that, there are still other things that I do. But again, don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing, because it's not for me to pat myself on the back. But God bless. Keep in your prayers and stay humble. Thank you for the mods, YouTube and TikTok. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless.